Welcome back. So here we go with Wild Beyond the Witchlight Chapter 3 as you guys plan your assault on Loomlurch. You're all hanging out at Little Oak, the treehouse, with Will and the Getaway Gang. Will, who you know, spoiler alert, to be an ogre magi from the true scene that you had from the shrooms that you, the magic shrooms that you consumed. Let's see. So yeah, you're all hanging out in this treehouse. You also got Squirt the oil can. Squirt wants you to take him with him. Wants you to take him with you and get some boggle oil because he's all out. And if you do, he will, he says, guide you into Yon, should you want to go to that realm someday.
Well, I think that's in the cards.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Absolutely.
anyone who wants to carry Squirt, what's a good picture for Squirt? Let's see. You could put the gun, like the fourth thing from the end, on your token, and then we'll know you got Squirt. So you guys can decide. Fight amongst yourselves. We'll say it's Jotaro unless someone else decides they'd like to have it.
I don't think Squirt likes Portia very much, so I
Yeah.
won't volunteer.
So let's do some intros for you guys. Quick intros. And what's your coolest new ability and or magic item? Starting with Jotaro.
So Jotaro is a Herringon Ranger. He's got maybe a little bit of an addiction problem. You see that he's constantly trying to huff Squirt as you guys go. He is a agent of the Sealy Court, and he got a longbow +1 in addition to his cloak of protection that was spun from gold for him.
Nice. Killian, go ahead.
Killian, as most of you remember, is a warlock. After he was not very effective earlier in Thither, he got recalled by his patron and went through some kind of painful changes. But you'll notice now that he's sporting some nice shiny breastplate armor, and he's carrying a glaive instead of that flail. He still has a flail, but the glaive seems a little bit more near and dear to his heart.
And that glaive is all enchanted with his pact, right?
Yes, that's
all
his
right.
pact weapon.
Okay, next we got Maynard back from a recent engagement.
Yeah, you might have seen me in What the Bard Saw. Critics acclaimed it as hilarious and uproarious. But I'm back.
I've actually seen that one. Ew. Sorry.
I've learned a little bit more about how to avoid getting hurt, thanks to some of the pratfalls in my performance, and to find my map that is missing along with my sense of direction.
Right. So Maynard's looked for a map. Tiny G found his missing 3 inches. And let's see, Portia, that you need to help Maynard find his map.
Right.
Killian, I think you had to help Maynard find his map. And Jotaro, I think you were able to get inspiration, right?
Killian got inspiration.
No, I have to wait until the map is found.
Oh, okay.
Killian got it when Tiny got his 3 inches back.
How about you, Portia? Yeah. Did you get inspiration?
No, not yet.
You're getting with Maynard. Okay, so Maynard's looking for his lost sense of direction. That was Maynard. Portia.
Okay. Yeah, Portia is a fortune teller from the Witchlight Carnival. She has also adopted a cloak of protection, and even though it says Rhythm Maker's Drum there, she actually just has like a new pouch that she keeps her cards in that sort of enhanced their power a little bit.
You can see like streams of magic come off the cards as they come out of the pouch. Tiny G.
Tiny G is a fairy barbarian, even though he insists he's not a fairy. This is all a ploy from his Uncle Daniel. He has a +1 battle axe and a cloak of protection. And the +1 battle axe that he picked up from the Getaway Gang also had like a little note attached to it that read, "Dear Tiny, I know you'll need this, so use it well. Love, Uncle Daniel. P.S. Haha."
Will says, okay, gather around, everyone. Let's go over our plan one more time. He takes you to some dirt near the treehouse. He gets a stick out and starts sketching a rough map of the lair of Granny Nightshade, one of the Hourglass Coven hags. So he says, okay, if you zoom out, you'll see some area around the giant fallen tree revealed. And he first points to one side of the giant fallen tree, and he says, Bobby and Sloane and Zenor and Star, the little baby displacer beast, will creep through the woods to the west of the tree and hide just out of sight of the screaming scarecrows. Meanwhile, I'll, and he draws in the mud on the east side of the tree, sneak around to the entrance to the kitchen. Then you will be the distraction. You will enter the Goblin Market, posing as travelers, purchase some sweets, and here's the Goblin Market he draws, on the other end, but the same side of the tree. Purchase some sweets and arrange for a meeting with the hag. During the meeting, the children will alert the screaming scarecrows and thereby lure the 10 soldiers which guard the tree into the garden and away from the kids. While everyone's distracted, you all will free the captives from the workshop, which is on this end of the tree where you're going to be coming in. You'll free the captives from the workshop, while I, Will speaking, climbs into the textile mill and free the captives there. The textile mill, this tree, I'm going to zoom in on the picture here. Okay, so zoom in on the picture of the tree. You got the market on this side, the door to the kitchen's over here. The workshop is where the windows are with the lights flooding out. The textile mill is up in the center tree. That's where Will's going to get more children. Once you guys get the children out, you all run back to Little Oak. And of course, if you guys want to do something with Granny Nightshade, that's up to you. Any questions about the plan?
Sounds good to me.
Foolproof.
Well, get a good night's sleep.
Ooh, Tiny does have a question.
What, Tiny?
Should we plan in case we see Hagatha?
Bavlorna?
Bavlorna?
Slackjaw Lorna? Yeah.
Yeah.
You might see her. She could be there with her sister.
Okay.
So you know about running Witter Shins if you see her, which just basically takes 10 feet of movement in a square within 10 feet of her. And then Granny Nightshade, Scabatha, she does not remember the first person she sees when she wakes up. Both of these hags are members of the Hourglass Coven, which you have learned, captured or imprisoned Zybilna, the true ruler of these realms. And they've split up Prismere, which is Zybilna's realm, into these 3 splinter realms that they are each one of them controlling. So, if you put it into the hags, good chance that'll be good. And you'll also, although, have to find a way to free Zybilna. And hopefully, somewhere in this tree is Maynard's missing sense of direction. So don't forget that.
Excellent. But when we meet with the hag, and then the children alert the screaming scarecrows, we're supposed to free the captives, but aren't we still meeting with the hag?
Well,
I'm so confused.
Hopefully the hag will be distracted and go running out into the garden where the scarecrows are at. And in the confusion, you can follow in behind her and free the kids.
Okay.
All right, so that's the plan. Of course, no one falls asleep early that night. Kids, as they will, want to hear everything about your adventures, and they just pester you all night long. You wake up in the morning. You gather your equipment. Will and the getaway gang lead you off into the forest. It's a couple hours of walking through this ancient sylvan forest, and as you walk, the place seems to get more and more disconcerting. More and more dead trees, more and more just withered branches. The canopy seems to get darker and darker as you go, till finally you arrive where you can see the great fallen tree. Just before you can see it, the kids, being Bobby the dwarf and Sloane the elf and Xanor the orc, all of them 8 or 9 years old, head off with Star the baby displacer beast, leaving you there alone with Will. Will points the way to where you're going to go, and you can see up ahead, as the forest is at its darkest, you see a colossal dead oak lying on its side. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. So 3 full-size or huger trees growing out of the remains of this gigantic oak that's fallen. Their shapes resemble towers, with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloam and wooden balconies encircling the gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, you see firelight spilling from a pair of quaint storefront windows, and it illuminates a clearing with some merchant stalls. So you guys, I'm going to grab your minis, move you. Will points the way towards the merchant stalls, and you guys are here. And then he peels off, and he says, I'll be watching for you to go in to meet with the hag, and I'll give the signal to the kids. So when you hear the screaming, do everything you can to get any kids in there out. You can talk to those goblins, and they should be able to get you an audience with the hag. And then he leaves. Oh, any questions? He turns and looks at you before he goes.
I think I've got it.
Okay. So ahead of you is a bridge of sorts that goes over a rocky ravine. The bridge is formed by the tangled tree roots of this ancient oak. So, what do you guys want to do? You're all alone now.
Don't we want to go find the goblin village?
Yeah, that way, Jatara?
Yeah.
All right.
Goblin Market, buy some sweets.
Head on in towards the Goblin Market right here. And as you arrive, you see that there's 3 stalls selling candy situated in the clearing. They're lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree, which is over here. There's 2 goblins out in front of every stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by a goblin with a toffee apple head, who is muttering quietly to himself. I think I have a pic of this one, so I'm just going to blow up his mini for a second here. So that's what the goblin with the toffee apple head looks like.
We were referred to him by that other goblin, whose name I don't remember, but I bet I could find it if I needed to.
Right.
So I'll saunter up to him and say, how goes it? I was told by a Croa to sample your wares.
He greets you warmly. He says, "Oh, that is very good." It seems like you interrupted a conversation he was having with someone. There's none of the goblins were talking to him. It's like he was talking to someone you don't see. He says, "That's good. Please, take a couple samples, and then purchase, whatever you like."
What kind of samples do I see?
So you see, all of you, amongst the candies, it looks like they're all made with rather disgusting ingredients. There's some beetles encased in a hard candy. There's some lollipops made from compacted ants. There's jellied worms and more. They give you samples, so you can have a sample if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they tell you that the price is 1 trinket each. 1 trinket per treat. So if you have a Feywild trinket you'd be willing to trade, they'll give you one.
Any of these candies got a kick to them?
You never know. It's kind of a surprise, says Chucklehead. Chucklehead's the name of the goblin.
I have a set of bone pipes on a leather cord kind of trinket. If they're interested in that, I would trade it.
Okay, Killian, roll a 8-sided die for me.
Woo!
All right.
Starting out the day right.
So you get a candy in exchange for your trinket. Put a little 1 there. Let me know if you ever want to eat it.
Mike.
I'll give up my weak magnetic wand.
Okay. Go to roll a d8. And for you guys' reference, if you go to the top of the screen and there's a thing that looks like 3 bars on top of each other, I believe, you can put those D20, D2, D12, all those things into the bar down below. And then if you have your token clicked on, you can click a dice down below, too. That's another way you can quickly roll dice. But it is 6 for Jotaro. Got it. Okay. Portia, do you want to buy any candy?
I think the only trinket that I have is the clasp. I've made it into the clasp of my pouch, so no.
Okay. Maynard, any candy?
I have a very fine bottle of rainwater collected from the Feywild, which I will certainly trade for one of these treats.
Nice. Roll a d8. And if you roll what someone else did, I'll just go 1 number below what they rolled. Okay, so you got a 7 since when I rolled a 6. And last, again, Tiny G.
Let's check. I have it in my other possessions. Do you want an executioner's hood, the size of a pixie?
Mm-hmm. That goblin looks really eager to get that.
All right.
Roll a d8. So you'll have an 8 since 6 and 7 are already rolled. Okay, so all of you are proud owners of some goblin candy now. You had some tastes of the samples, and they actually tasted great, even though they're really disconcerting to look at. But if you eat your whole treat, just let me know. Now, did any of you ask Chucklehead to meet with Granny Nightshade?
Jotaro will afterwards.
Okay. He happily heads off to. He says, "I'll fetch her. Come with me." And he starts moving towards the front entrance. And as you guys are leaving the clearing, you can look through these windows into a room that looks to be like a big workshop. You can't see all of it, but what you can see, you see a couple of kids in there working. So that's probably the workshop you're supposed to go rescue the kids from. You see that through those big windows.
Do we see the entrances and exits from this workshop?
Let's see. You got the windows, but no, you don't see any entrances or exits.
Okay.
So Chucklehead takes you across the bridge and then circles around to the other bridge and then leads you in this direction. You can move all your guys over there.
If it seems like the screams haven't happened yet, can we be like kind of trying to converse with him and
Chucklehead? Yeah.
keep this walk slow?
Oh, yeah. You wanted to be in place before the screams happened for the plan.
Oh, okay.
Like talking to Granny Nightshade.
Mm.
So you come to a parlor of sorts at the front or the base of the tree. The chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through the gaps of which you can see the eerily beautiful woodland surrounding you. In the center of the chamber are armchairs circling a small table laid out for a tea service. There is unfortunately not enough for all of you, and Chucklehead says, "Don't sit here, this is Granny's seat," as he points to the chair furthest towards the center of the tree. He walks past the chairs, he says, "Have a seat, get comfortable, I'll be right back." He opens this door, and you can see as he opens the door that leads into the workroom. So you get a little bit of a view of the workroom as he goes through that door. Let's see here. So you got the tea. There's also a wooden box over here, painted, with a crank protruding from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box. So Chucklehead goes to the door closes, and you guys are free to have a seat and do whatever you want while you're waiting for Granny Nightshade.
I'm going to turn the crank.
Roll a d8 for me, please, Jotaro. Everyone put you guys where you want to be when he does that. Decide what you want to have in your hand while he's doing that, and then roll initiative.
I was about to have my candy in my hand, but I'll wait.
Oops.
So you crank it, and it makes sounds like a little, lullaby. And when you get to the end of cranking it, the top pops open. And crawling out from inside, you see a green snout. And then scaled horns. And then really oversized clawed feet. And it appears a wormling green dragon is crawling out of the box.
I thought you were going to say, like, the Jabberwock is here. I was like, no way, no.
That would be awesome.
All right, so everyone roll initiative, please. Looks like you already did. Yeah. You roll his initiative. And he immediately leaps out to, it looks like, tear Jotaro limb from limb and have some mutton soup. Or whatever rabbit soup is. Portia, go ahead.
Not button.
Okay.
Yep.
I will send a card after it to viciously mock it while also rolling on my tails table.
You got him for 3 psychic and disadvantage the next attack.
Okay. And the Avenger. I'll look that up.
And then after you is Killian. The dragon's attacking Jotaro.
Yep. Move up here, and I'll attack the dragon with my glaive. Gotta find out where all my stuff is again now. There we go. That is a 16 for 10.
16 does not cut through its scaly hide.
And then I'll bonus action try to hit it with the backside.
23
23
does
for
clobber it. 9 points of bludgeoning. The dragon goes. Taken aback by this assault from the two of you, Portia and Killian, it almost defensively gouts out a breath of poisonous gas that hits Jotaro and Killian for 20 points of poison damage. DC 11 con save to have that.
Nice.
Then it will move 1, 2. It takes flight. So over your head and provoking from you, Jotaro. Assuming you had no weapon in hand, it keeps going. Opens the door, provokes from you, Killing as it moves.
Sorry, I was muted. Didn't realize it.
16 for 12.
That missed. Jotaro, did you have something you're doing?
No, I wasn't going to punch it, so I didn't do it.
As the thing flees in terror from you all, as you tore a horrible gash in it, you can see it flies at tremendous speed. But coming the other direction, just as the door opens, is a old woman. Right here. I'll just put her here. Chucklehead is behind her. The dragon goes flying past, and it says something in Draconic. Any of you speak Draconic?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
No.
Yes.
It says, they hurt me. And this old woman, let's see, she snarls something back at it. Does she speak Draconic? She must, if she's speaking to her dragon. To go to your room. And you think it was like go to your room or go to your cave or go to your lair, Portia.
Okay.
But she spoke it kind of under her breath. So you're not sure which of them it was. And her voice is like just super cracked and old also. So it's hard to distinguish what she said exactly. The woman comes into your reach, Killian, where your reaction for your Polar Master could take effect, but she's not in any way acting aggressively towards you guys. So do you want to take the attack?
My reaction anyway.
Oh, you already used it.
On
That's right.
On the thing, so either way, I wouldn't.
Okay.
We're here to meet her, I assume.
Yeah. So she, mumbling under her breath, shuffles into the room, tottering as she does. She's got a grimy, old-fashioned shawl that she's wearing. Her skin looks like gnarled bark. A large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. She sees you all. Oh, I think I have a picture here. Yeah, there we go. Or no, I don't. She sees... I'll blow her up a little bit for you. She sees you all, and she says, in a voice reminiscent of crunching leaves, "Sit down, children. Let's have some tea." So,
Okay.
do you guys do it, or continue the hostilities?
I'll sit down.
Okay, so she invites you all to sit down. She comes over, assuming you all do. Once you've taken...
Since there's not enough chairs, I'd stand.
Okay. She motions for you to sit. So who's sitting?
I can float in space, so Portia, you can have my chair.
Thank you. I
Jotaro
did
will
not want to sit
crouch
croquet.
down on the floor. If,
Like
there's
a
no
rabbit?
chairs. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So Killian and Portia and Maynard take their seats. Jotaro, you're crouched down on the floor. Put you where you want to be, Jotaro, where you're crouched down on the floor. You also have Squirt the oil can with you. The old lady. Why have you paid me a visit? She says. And I'm very sorry for my pet. He isn't well trained, I'm afraid.
We're sorry also. We didn't realize there was a pet inside that box. We thought it would just be some music. So hope there's no hard feelings.
It was very surprising. Gut reaction.
I cough up some blood and wipe it on my back of my hand, and I say, we found these in the woods and thought you would be interested, or thought that maybe we could help you find who you're looking for. And I pull out the wanted poster of Will.
She looks at that. She snatches it out of your hand. She says, "Have you found him? Is he here?"
First, let's talk about our reward.
Well, you have to bring him to me. Otherwise, there is no reward.
What reward would we get if we led you to him?
Well, what's on the poster?
We picked up like 6 of them.
Yeah, I think you have every poster,
Yeah.
so you guys can kind of pick and choose
Also,
what you
Will's
want.
been collecting them too.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and 8. So you got all those choices of what you could get as a reward, but you got to bring will in order to get the reward.
Is there a reason why these all specify alive and unharmed? Is he not your enemy? Would you not want him harmed?
No. I don't harm kids. I would not want him harmed at all. As she's saying this, she's pouring some tea into filthy looking cups. And then she gets, out of her hair, an old chicken bone and starts stirring the tea with it. And then she lays it out in front of each of you. And she says, please, drink up. Does anyone want to not drink the tea?
I'm going to pull out my candy that I bought and ask, would this taste good with the tea?
Chucklehead's behind her there still. And he says, yeah, it would.
I'd like to take my cup and pretend to sip from it, but not actually sip from it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jataro's going to do the same. He's learned enough not to drink and hey.
So let's see. We'll start with Maynard. Are you drinking, Maynard?
No, I think I'll pretend as well.
Okay. Make a deception check, Maynard.
Certainly.
She nods approvingly. In fact, she nods approvingly at all of you, thinking that you're drinking her tea.
Killian's actually going to take a little sip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is kind of disgusting, but nothing bad happens to you yet.
May I just in an effort to like engage her and distract, be like, I'm a connoisseur of teas, and I've been using some prestidigitation magic to try to enhance the flavor. May I do that to this pot or your cup?
Sure, she says. And then as she says that, all of a sudden you hear a screaming sound coming from outside, towards this direction over here. And Scabatha looks up and she says, she puts one finger up in the air and she says, hold that thought. I'll be right back. And she gets up to leave. Do you guys want to do anything while she's leaving?
Wait till she leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she goes out of the room, shuts the door, slams it shut behind her like she's furious. And you can see as the door is closing, the key that's spinning around on her back is slowing down.
Oh.
And
Maybe that's what causes her to wake up.
Then, yeah, she's gone. So as soon as she leaves the room, what do you guys want to do?
Could I ask the apple face guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but I feel badly for the dragon. Would you be willing, if you know where he is, to bring him back so we could apologize?
No, I don't know. That dragon's kind of dangerous. Sometimes he's in the kitchen.
Would you feel better if we went to him and apologized?
Yeah, that'd be better.
All right.
That'd be better.
Okay.
I should probably go back to the market.
You bet. You got candy to sell.
As he's getting ready to leave, all of a sudden, you guys go to get up, and you feel like you're adhered to the chairs you were sitting in, and then the chairs start to move. Everyone go to roll initiative.
Mimic chairs? Nice.
Yummy chairs.
So yeah, the 3 chairs that you're sitting on are alive. and you are adhered to them. You are adhered, you're grappled. It's a 13 to escape using acrobatics or athletics. And as they begin to change, I'll put them in the initiative order too. They're going to be like right underneath you. So I'm going to need to move them a little bit. So there's that one. That one. There. Okay. So we start with Jotaro. You are not adhered to any chairs. Jotaro, what do you want to do?
Do these chairs look like they have abilities to, like, are they mimics?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, all right.
You're pretty sure they're living creatures.
All right. Jotaro is going to bonus action rabbit hop back to here. And then move back one more for good measure. And attack the chair holding Portia.
Okay.
So that's a 16
Hit.
for 10.
Unless they're immune to psychic, but they're not. So that's 10. All right. Anything else, Jotaro?
Move back more. And now I'm done.
And you're 5th level, right? So extra attack?
Oh, yeah. I do have extra attack, don't I? Do I?
Ooh, exciting.
I think
Yes,
so.
I do. Holy crap. Sorry. Okay, yeah, and we'll go ahead and give it another one. But that's only 12.
12 is... it's got cover, so that's a miss.
Okay.
After Jotaro comes the first of the mimics, the one by Portia, changes into a full-blown monstrous chair with a giant toothy maw that's trying to like eat you. But it was its action to change form, and it's done. Tiny G.
There's one holding Killian?
There it is.
Yeah, I'll move him next to it and attack him twice. Doo-doo-doo. Is a 20 hit
Yes.
for 11, and a 22 for more 11.
Nice. 22 damage. Now, let me double check. Okay. After Tiny G comes the mimic that is by Killian. It shapeshifts into a full-on monster. And Killian, your turn. So Killian, you're grappled. Speed is 0, but you're not restrained. And it is a 13 to escape.
I'm going to cast Misty Step to get here.
Nice.
And then I will attack the one that's holding on to Portia.
Okay.
With the glaive. That is a 20 for 15.
That's a hit. Got it. What else, Killian?
Then I'm going to step a little bit back. That's it.
After Killian, the last of the 3 mimics, the one that's got Maynard, changes. So this chair grows a maw Maynard behind you, and it's like reaching over your head to bite your head off. And then Maynard, your turn.
Well, I've got to get loose of this creature before it bites my ass. So I will wriggle free.
11 acrobatics does not get you free. After
I
Maynard.
have a better acrobatics than that. I have an
Thanks.
acrobatics +7 somehow.
Yeah,
Maybe I
you're plus
took
7. 4 of it's built into that 8 that you rolled. So you rolled a 4 on the die, plus 4, plus 3 more.
Okay.
Okay,
Very
so
well.
Chucklehead, he will disengage. Actually, using his goblin skill, he does that as a bonus. So then he can move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and dash. 8, 9,
Okay,
10,
thank you.
12. He's going out of there. After Chucklehead, Portia.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to attempt to escape as well. Using
Acrobatics or
acrobatics.
athletics?
Sure.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Okay, so Maynard and Portia, it was hard to get away. You both tried, you both failed, and in fact, it's so difficult you think you might be at disadvantage to actually get away. So not only would you have to make that check at DC 13, but at disadvantage. Anything else, Portia?
No, not at the moment.
All right, that's into that round. Jotaro, your turn. You're muted if you're talking.
Yep, I was. Sorry. Hunter's Mark, the one that Portia is sitting in, bonus action, and then longbow attack it. First one is a 26 for 11.
Nice.
Second one is a 21. Do I do Hunter's Mark every time, or is it just once per turn?
Every time.
All right. So that's going to be 15.
But...
Or is the D4 only once a turn?
The D4 is once per turn.
Okay. That one. Oh, yeah, it says it right there. Reading is hard. 12.
Got it.
And that is my turn. I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
All right. Now, the first mimic. The one that you guys have been pincushing. It goes. It's got Portia grappled. It's going to go ahead and... Let me double check here. Pseudopod, advantage of grappled. Bite, advantage of grappled. All right. So it will bite at Portia. 19 to hit you, Portia, for 6 points of damage. That's some of its acid, some of its piercing. And that thing is done. And then Tiny G, your turn.
Yep, still the one. I'll take the one that has Portia. 21 for 10.
Oh, you killed it.
Hallelujah.
And, on the one next to me. Is a 15 hit?
Yep.
For 9.
Got it.
Just going all lumberjack mode on these guys.
And then the mimic tries to defend against you, attacking at Tiny G with a pseudopod, but 12's a miss. And then killing your turn.
I will step a bit and attack the one that's holding Maynard with my glaive. 19 for 8.
Yep.
And bonus action, 12 for 9.
Also a hit. Then the mimic now that is holding Maynard tries to bite Maynard's head right off. With advantage on the attack because Maynard's grappled, but a 15 misses. Thanks to Maynard's magical cloak and other stuff. Okay, that mimic's done. And then Maynard, your turn.
Okay, well, I was unable to get away, so I'm going to try and just stab at the thing underneath me if I'm just grappled. I'm going to strike with my rapier for 13.
Yep, that's a hit.
And I'll do the sneak attack for 19 points of damage.
Got it.
And with my other hand, my +1 dagger. That's not the one. There it is. A meager 10.
That missed. Chucklehead's gone from the combat now, so now it's Portia's turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to use my action to release my held tail on Maynard. Maynard, if something does hit you with a melee attack, it'll do force damage against them by my, a D8.
That sounds good.
And then I think I'll roll another one of those. Oh, same thing. Okay. And if something is grappling Maynard, can it also attack me with an attack of opportunity if I move away?
You think it can?
Okay. I'm just gonna climb over the table and be over here.
All right. Then after that is Jotaro.
Bonus action, transfer Hunter's Mark to the one grappling Maynard. Move to there. Take a longbow shot. First one is 20 for 13.
Got him.
Second is 26 for 15.
Finished him.
Nice.
Then Tiny G.
And that's my
Okay, just 2 on the one in front of me. 23 and 18 for 9 and 9.
23 and 18. So 9 and 9 is 18 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Then the mimic you're fighting, Tiny G, tries to pseudopod you. Ooh, critting you. 14 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
And you're grappled.
Ah!
And then Killian, your turn.
I'll step over a bit and attack it. 16 for 14.
You finish it.
Good.
Okay. So the chairs are in shambles. The tea setting is still there on the table. The chair that Granny Nightshade was sitting in is still intact. You're not sure if it's a mimic or not. You can, if you want to investigate it, make an investigation check. The room itself, there's a side table in the room. You quickly check it, and you see there's a scroll in there. You grab some silver teaspoons off of the table. They're engraved with pained facial expressions. And there's a bronze candlestick shaped like a bird's leg. The door into the workroom is shut. The box that the dragon came out of is still there, lid open. What do you guys want to do?
I want to look in the box. Is there like a space in there other than the box?
No. There's enough room for the dragon to have been in there.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to... somebody should open that door there.
Is there
Let's
anything
get those
special?
kids.
Is there anything special about the chair that Granny Nightshade was sitting in? I mean, obviously, I assume it's maybe not
What
the
was
only
your-
one that's not a mimic, but
What do you get for investigation check?
oh, I didn't actually
Go to roll one.
do one,
Yeah.
but okay.
3 times better than mine.
Nice.
15?
No, nothing special about the chair.
Okay.
Okay, so who's going to open that door?
Is it locked?
It is not.
I will if there are no other volunteers.
I was about to go do it too. So
Okay.
Killian will be happy to.
All right, the door is thrown open. Inside the room, you see the following. Okay, there's flickering lanterns illuminating a cluttered workshop, and it's filled with soft, ambient music produced by bells and chimes. Parts of toys are heaped on the tables. There's doll heads that are leering at you. There's half-built rocking horses, unpainted wooden balls, stuffed limbs of soft toys. There's a stove at the back of the room holding a saucepan from the smell of it, like smelting metal. It's like actually just to the right of the doorway. It's right over here. And then there's the windows that overlook the market outside. There's 3 young children in the room. One is a drow. One is a human. And one is a little halfling laddie or girl. And the 3 of them are kind of like talking with each other. Like they're, talking about what's going on outside. Because you can hear the screaming scarecrows still when you open the door. So, what do you guys want to do?
Could we call them to us, wave them over to the door so that we're not seen through the windows?
Make a persuasion check, Portia.
Okay.
Can I?
I critted.
Nice.
No, that was a con.
No,
check.
that's kind of never mind. Wrong button. 14.
14. Okay. So they start walking your way, The drow meets up with the human. They're walking kind of almost side by side. The little halfling child comes with them as far as this work table, but then you see her looking at the door, and there's kind of a pained, like, moment of conflict, and she shakes her head and stays where she's standing, looking at the door, the door to her right, the door that goes out, presumably to where the scarecrows are at, because that's where you hear the screaming coming from. She's looking at like she's conflicted about something through that doorway versus going out with you guys.
What is the matter, halfling child?
Is there another friend of yours through that door?
Yeah, my little pig's through there. Her name's Oink. We should get her before we go.
You escape, child, and we will bring your pig to you. But it will be easier for us to get the pig if we're not having to look out for you.
She kind of just freezes there, and you see tears start to well up in her eyes. The two other ones that are approaching you, the little drow boy, maybe 10 or 11, and then a little female human, maybe 9 or 10. They walk right on up to you guys.
I ask if there's any other kids inside besides them three.
The drow boy says, yeah, our friend Brator, he's sick. He's up in the dormitory, and Pud was there taking care of him.
Who is taking care of him?
Pud?
Another
Which
kid.
is another child?
Right.
Okay.
All right, we'll have to go up and get them. All right, you two. Well, is there any chance you can convince your halfling friend to leave so we can go get her pig?
They start trying to plead with her to go. She's like frozen there, though. You'd have to actually kind of carry her out.
I'll put on my helm of telepathy and suggest to her that she trusts us to save her piggy and go with these other kids.
Oh, very good. Click that helm. See what the DC of that check is. Save.
Where is that? I know I saw it before.
Probably just says
Your
helm.
helm, there it is. Yep.
Suggestion. 15 wisdom save. Okay. See how wise this little halfling lattice is. Nope. Bawling, she follows your suggestion. So you got these three coming out of the place.
What was the name of the pig again? Awake?
Oink.
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 Oink. Okay.
She's about this big. She holds her hands about a foot apart, maybe 8 inches apart.
That's a little big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not enough
Okay.
Which
to
way to the dorms?
make breakfast out of.
The drow says it's through that door, and he points all the way across the workshop to this door over here. Through that door and up the stairs, he says.
If we
Okay.
crawled
Well,
across
I
the
sprint
floor.
across
Okay.
I sprint across to the first door and open it and look for Oink.
Okay. Maynard. That door right there?
The
Yes.
door that goes outside where the screaming pumpkins are.
Quite possibly.
Everyone put you guys...
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait until after we've cleared the rest of this place and then get the
Maybe
pig on the way
kids
out?
first, maybe.
Clearly,
Yeah.
it is too late for such second thoughts.
Okay.
Roll.
Killian,
Turns out
Let's talk this out next time first.
Turns
And then-
out the door is locked, Maynard. It's you could try and force it or pick it.
Okay, I guess it isn't too late for second thoughts.
Killian, can you also use that helm of telepathy to send a message to the getaway gang? Or no?
No, I don't think it does that.
No.
Nope, I can't. I can detect their thoughts, but they're probably too far away.
So when Maynard gets there to the door, then realizes it's locked, everyone else puts you where you want to be when he's there. Tiny G, go and get in where you want to be. The door that you're trying to get to the dormitory is the one all the way across the room. But none of you would be past Maynard by more than about 10, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Go for the dormitory.
Killian was going to take a quick look at this stove and see if I can tell what's smelting on it.
Okay. Everyone, Portia, you happy where you're at? Jotaro, you're happy where you're at?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative, please. So as you're moving across, Tiny G, you're going across. You see, let's see here. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. So Tiny G, all of a sudden, as you're moving speedily across the room to the door there, you step on a slippery puddle of oil.
Oh no!
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
The one time I decided to use my legs. No! Do I see this effect?
Do you see? No, you don't. No.
Ah. Well, then 8.
Okay.
Or 9.
All right. So this oil puddle that you enter, were you walking or were you flying?
I typically just kind of float at 0
Then-
altitude.
Then I should have it be someone else. So Killian, make a dex save.
Okay.
You're not flying, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't have that skill.
So you're going up to the stove to see what's on it. And all of a sudden you hit a slippery patch in the ground. And then when you do, you see a little creature hiding behind the stove that looks like this.
Oh. Looks like a tarball baby.
Jotaro, you see it at the same time, and then squirt the oil can. It says, "That's a boggle. Get some of his oil," it says. So, now we got initiative. You see that boggle there, and Maynard, you're first to act. You hear the boggle over on the stove there, or by the stove.
Yeah, well, that's way too far away, so I'm going to pick the lock.
Okay.
I see why you guys missed Maynard a couple weeks ago.
Lock picked. Maynard, what else do you want to do?
Okay.
That was your action.
I'm not quite reckless enough to run through there, so I'm going to hold tight where I am at.
Okay. All right. Tiny G.
I'm gonna try and make it to the door, and is it locked?
It is not.
FBI, open up. Boof.
Kick open the door. Revealing. Room beyond. It looks like this. You see, like, circling the room, 10 brightly painted structures resembling little wooden houses that line the walls. Each small house has a 3-foot-high hinged door. There's a narrow staircase to your left that's ascending up the wall, and near the foot of those steps is a painted wooden box 3 feet on the side with a crank protruding from it.
Oh, I'm not gonna open those out of superstition. And you said like the doors were 3 feet high?
No, see, each of these little things is a house. Little mini house. There's 10 of them, and each of them has a door.
Okay, I can use my last movement to move there, and I'll peek inside this one.
Okay.
Just kinda like,
It's empty. It is empty.
okay.
So,
I think that's it.
Jotaro, your turn.
Jotaro is going to use his bonus action to put his hunter's mark on the boggle
Okay.
and is going to turn it into a puddle of oil, hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to stay there and do it. 29 for 14.
That's a
Unless he's
hit.
immune.
14 hurt him bad.
And then let's see. That's only a 16 for 9. Or, yeah, 9.
16 is what you need to hit, and 9 finishes that poor boggle. He falls dead to the ground.
Okay, going to run up there and scrape some oil into the oil.
Do you
Okay.
squeeze them like a rag?
With an action, you can squeeze the can, and then it'll suck in the oil. So that is an action to do that, though.
Oh, I don't have any actions left.
You don't have
I'll
actions
wait till
left,
next
yeah.
turn.
So Portia, your turn.
Okay.
Portia, you hear something coming towards Maynard. You don't see it yet, though. What do you want to do? The sound is
towards
coming
him.
from past Maynard, like around this work table.
I'm sorry. Where did you click?
This,
Beyond me?
Oh, right up here.
Okay, gotcha. I'll warn him that I hear something.
Okay.
And then attempt to make my way through the room a little bit, carefully looking for oil.
Mm-hmm.
And and I'll just ready a vicious mockery for if something presents itself that is hostile. If I don't see that yet.
Okay, he comes out. You see a little boggle closing up on Maynard. I assume you do. Let me double check his stealth check. Oh, no, you still don't see him. 26 on his stealth. So he gets all the way to Maynard. And then he tries to pummel Maynard with a fist. But misses wildly. Now you can see him, Portia. Now you can hit him.
Okay.
He fails his wisdom save, takes 7 psychic damage from you. And then he's going to try and get away from Maynard. Double check this. All right. Maynard, he provokes from you as soon as he steps away from you after trying to punch you. Uh-oh. Maynard sticks him with a rapier. And since you're a swashbuckler, that can be a sneak attack, right?
Can it?
Mm.
It sounds like you know
Yeah.
it better than I do.
You don't get
Yep.
sneak attack on reactions anyways?
You do.
No.
You're being a
I don't think-
swashbuckler means that you have make a sneak attack if no creature other than your target is in 5 feet of you.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will sneak.
All right, so 20 points of damage, and you got a dead boggle at your feet. After Portia went the boggle. After the boggle goes Killian. Maynard, now that you're scanning the room, after that one, you see another one over here you can warn your friends about. Right over here. And Killian, your turn. Killian, looking on the stove,
Yeah.
you see, let's see, what's in this room? Oh, a saucepan of smelting metal. It looks like maybe tin in the saucepan, melting.
Okay, interesting. I'm not too interested in that though, so I'm gonna just take an Eldritch Blast at this. I bet I can't even see him with all these boxes and stuff. Unless you're not gonna worry about that.
This one?
Yeah, you have RDMC.
Yeah. I'll move up a little closer so I can try to get a shot at
All
him.
right, fire away.
17 for 2.
That is a hit. 2 force. Okay. Boggle's turn. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shut the door. And then it's right there behind you, Tiny.
Okay.
He makes a puddle of slippery oil underneath his feet. And he's moved. He's done that. He's all done. Wait, is that a bonus action? That is. So he can still pummel you. So he punches you, Tiny. 14's a miss, though.
Sure is.
Round's over. Maynard, your turn. Oh, Tiny. As the round's ending,
Mm-hmm.
the lid of that toy box is raising up slightly.
On the one I opened, or the Jack in the Box?
The one right behind you.
Oh.
And let me add someone to the initiative here.
Ah!
It's our old friend.
I think it's a different
Maybe.
one.
Okay, Maynard. So the door's shut. What do you want to do?
Well, Maynard moved. He's trying to. Oh, the door's shut now?
Yeah.
So I will open the door.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus dash. Come in by the little our friends. And does the dragon look like it's got a peeve bone to pick?
Yeah, the dragon is coming to attack Tiny from behind.
Oh, that seems unfair. So I'll use my attack action to stab it. 23 for 21 points of damage.
Wow. That's a hit. And you run the little dragon through. So
Good job.
That door's open. Killing Granny Nightshade's pet green dragon.
Granny's gonna be mad.
Yeah, it falls, it slumps down into the box that it was coming out of. Okay, after Maynard comes Tiny G.
I'm just gonna kind of look over to Maynard like, thank you, but also we'll deal with that later. I'm gonna fly up enough to avoid the puddle and intercept the guy going up the stairs.
Okay.
And I will give him a battle axe to the face. However amorphous it is.
That is a hit.
21 for 11. And 23 for 13.
Another
Roll.
dead boggle. Okay, out of rounds. You got 3 boggles you can scoop up oil from, Jotaro.
Yes, I'm going to
And
go around
that-
scooping up oil.
Gives your oil can all the oil it needs. Let's see, squirt the oil can. When he's got boggle oil, he can expend 1 application of oil to create a 10-foot square puddle of slippery, non-flammable oil on the ground within 5 feet of him. It's difficult terrain and lasts for an hour. Each creature that enters the puddle must make a dexterity saving throw DC 11 or fall. Yeah, it's slippery, non-flammable. But anyone who enters it, 11 dex save or fall. So Squirt's happy. He says, okay, whenever you want to go to yawn, I'm game.
Does he have like a certain number of uses before he's empty again?
Yeah, 3. But he
3,
can't. But
okay.
he can't get any more than 3 either at one time. So,
He's
Gotcha.
full.
yep, he's full. Okay, so you, as you're walking across the workroom, you can see what else is in this workroom in a little bit more detail. So you were checking out the stove, and you saw on that stove that they were like melting some tin, it looks like. And you don't know why they're melting tin. There's no obvious indication of what they were going to use it for.
If we stir it, is it all just the uniform tin? There's nothing else inside
It
of the pot?
is, yeah.
Children eyeballs.
Let's see here. Squirt encourages you to acquire boggle oil, which you do. You find a jar of iridescent glass eyes, a silver hammer and chisel, and a green leather tool belt. Iron metalworking tongs shaped like the jaws of a snapping dragon. You see creepy toys displayed in the windows, a set of nesting dolls in which each doll looks more frightened than the next one, a stuffed lion with needles for teeth and real bloodstains around its jaws,
Lovely.
a set of playing
Is she
cards. But they
subcontracting for Blinsky?
maybe, yeah. There's a set of playing cards depicting weeping children. There's a toy
Oh, I have one of
windmill
those.
with a crank on one side that turns the vanes and the millstone. There's a wind-up drunkard doll that totters a few paces and then falls over. But you don't have a lot of time to check all that because you got the screaming on the outside. You're hoping Will's making some good luck on his part of the mission, which is to get the kids out of the mill area. And you guys are here, and you think there's a dormitory up these stairs. All these little houses in this room that you came to are empty. Whatever was in them is gone.
Jotaro's going to grab a trinket as he passes to replace the one he lost.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can grab like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creepy toys. On
Oh,
display.
yeah, okay. I wouldn't mind having an extra one.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right.
Come on, gang, up the stairs.
You head up the stairs. There's a doorway kind of partway up the stairs right here, and then the stairs continue on up. The kids weren't specific about if it was at the top of the stairs or just partially up the stairs.
All right, well, I'm going to open that door then.
All right. Throwing open that door reveals this room here. This room is a sewing room, it looks like. It's cluttered. There's workbenches, rolls of fabric, bobbins of thread, knitting needles, pin cushions. There's an animated carpet that's prancing around the children who pay it no attention. Let me grab the carpet here. Animated as it is. There's your carpet, and then there's also a creepy looking doll that's maybe about a little under a foot tall that turns and looks at the door and you when you open the door. Let's see what mini for it here. Well, I'll have to use this thing. That scarecrow will be the doll. That's not anywhere near as big as the scarecrow. It's just about a foot tall. It's got kind of a sickly green frilly dress that it's wearing. Its eyes are overly large with no eyelids. It's got rosy red paint onto its cheeks. And it looks at you when you open the door. And in common, it speaks. It says, "Who are you? Why are you trespassing here?"
Well,
we are guests of Granny Nightshade.
she asked us to treat the sick one.
All right. Portia, make a persuasion check with advantage. Or deception. Deception check with advantage.
Okay.
Good thing you have the advantage. That's an 11.
11. Man, bad rolls.
She goes, okay. And goes back to her sewing.
Great.
Oh, and then she puts a pin in one of her little sewing stuff and says, "Actually, I'll go get Scabatha and let her know you're here." So she starts.
She's very aware that we are already here, but she had to leave to investigate the screaming. So I would not bother her. I think she's after that Will person.
Still, I have orders. If anyone comes for the kids, I'm supposed to tell her. So, I must go. She'll try and get by you, Maynard, and turn to the right to go by Tiny G. Do you guys let her go or try and stop her?
No, I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, roll initiative, everyone. Oh, but before Maynard kills it, everyone put you guys where you want to be, and then roll initiative.
Suppose I was talking, so I was somewhat nearby.
Wow. There's something wrong with all my initiative rolls tonight. They're super high.
That's
This is
the
very
worst.
unlike me.
I know. So the doll's 19. Okay, Jotaro, you are first act.
So we're just
The
gonna kill
doll
it. So,
and Maynard are in a fight.
all right. Well, then I will bonus action Hunter's Market and shoot it. 20 for 15.
15, nice.
And 24 for 14.
15 and 14 is 29.
Yes.
All right. That pin cushions the living doll, and it falls down. The carpet, like, if a carpet could react in dismay, this one just did. And now it's coming for you. What else, Jotaro?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back.
After you is Tiny G.
Let's run in there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's start ripping up this tapestry with. Oh, crit
Oh,
17.
Nice.
That's a hit. 17 points of magic slashing. Cuts it pretty good.
Oh, well, let me add them. 25 for 9.
Wow. Minus 9. All right. Then Portia.
Okay. I'm gonna release the tail that I have holding.
Okay.
Onto Tiny. It probably won't be needed, but just in case.
You're doing the Avenger on Tiny?
Yes.
Okay. That means, Tiny, that every time something hits you, it takes damage.
Cool.
And mostly I just want to try to wave to the kids and encourage them to come out of the room.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even describe the two kids in the room. So, the two kids in the room, sorry. One is a halfling. Halfling boy. The other one is a really fluffy furred bugbear. Little young bugbear. And its fur is just crazy. And they are like surprised and startled and looking at each other like, for what should we do? And we'll see if they do what you say, Portia. Next is Killian.
I just step up close enough to get eyeballs on it, and I will Eldritch Blast it. 19 for 10.
Finished it. Okay, so the two kids are Roth and Wendell. And Wendell's a plump little halfling boy, and Roth is a little bugbear girl, fluffy furred. They're kind of taunting each other about how bad their sewing stuff is, or they were when you walked in and you startled them, and the pincushion tried to go and get Scabatha, and the kids say, who are you?
We're here to rescue you.
All of the other children have already left. We would appreciate it if you would join them so that you don't have to work and be sick here anymore.
Okay, yeah, we'll go. And the little bugbear girl comes up to Tiny G, the one furthest in the room there. She says, "Here, I took this from the cupboard. Maybe it's some powerful magic and stuff you can use against Granny Nightshade." And you see it's a pouch of dust. You don't know what it does, and the kid doesn't seem to have any idea what it does either. So you might need to
Thank you.
identify before you can use anything of it. And the
Or you
kids,
could just YOLO it.
yep, and the kids both are going to take off and head the direction you say. Okay. Searching around the sewing room, or quickly grabbing what you can find. There's some gold yarn you grab, some bolts of silk, 5 painted thimbles depicting poisonous Feywild plants, and that's it. Up the stairs.
Yeah, maybe there's a map up there.
All right.
Might be.
Up the stairs the rest of the way.
Is there any indication in those little houses, like belongings or nesting materials or anything that would indicate what lives there? What used to live there, maybe?
No, actually not. There's not.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
they're about the right size for children, it looks like.
Oh,
Just a guess.
hope not.
Or fairies.
Oh,
Tiny G would
yeah,
fit in there
about Tiny
perfect.
G set.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let's bring one of those. It might be good shelter.
So if you zoom out,
Holding?
the stairs come up to here, and then you go through those double doors. Over here is where I'm putting you. You go through those doors into a dormitory. And the dormitory's got some windows that look out over the forest. So you could get a good view of what's going on outside from here too. But in the dormitory, there is round windows overlooking the wooden balcony, and you see little tin soldiers about 3 feet tall marching back and forth on the balcony like they're on patrol. These little guys look like this.
Oh, a little mustache. I can't attack that.
And they have like the same painting on their stripes and stuff on their uniforms like are on the little houses that they were probably came out of.
Oh.
So it seems like that was some sort of barracks where these soldiers were at. Now, in
Might
the
have been what
room,
the tin when the stove was for, maybe.
maybe, yeah. Lining the walls of the room are 10 child-sized bunks outfitted with patchwork quilts and straw-stuffed pillows. There's a young male dwarf lying in one of the bunks. He's coughing and drenched in sweat, while there's an older lad that's mopping his brow with water from a bucket. That's what you guys see when you walk into the room. Zach's going to be right back. One way, I'll take a break. It's a good time for it. Come back at 33 after. Okay. So, there's these 2 kids here. There's these windows you can look out. And I drew what you can see outside in the garden. So, if you were to
I
go
don't
out...
see what you drew, I don't think.
What was that?
I don't think I see what you drew in the garden. I saw the scarecrows, but...
I didn't draw anything. I just revealed it all.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, looking out there, you see that the stairway in the balcony is this stairway here. And it comes down into a pumpkin patch. And here's the scarecrows that were screaming. And there is a garden area over this direction. There's some pigs, and you see a little piglet amongst them, probably Oink. There's some goats, another pen. And there is a squad of little toy soldiers that are moving around the periphery of the garden and coming towards the stairs, which come up to this room. And leading them all is a little toy drum that's got drumsticks for arms. And so they're all moving as a unit up there. Put them on the map here. So there's 6 of them coming your direction. There's 2 already out on the balcony that you've seen that haven't seen you. And I think that is it. Yeah, that's what you see from the upper floor there. So, anyone want to go into that room and talk to those 2 kids? A dwarf who looks very badly ill, and a young human who's like dabbing his forehead with a cloth.
Yeah, Jotaro would go in, but can any of our healing types maybe help that dwarf out, do they think?
Healing type is AFK /
Oh,
away
I-
from
I-
computer.
I have healing word and I have this healing kit.
Oh,
That is the best I can do, though.
Well, I also have a healing kit, but I do not have skill in medicine.
Yes, I am only, jack of all trades level. um, can I use my disguise kit to make my skin look silver?
Yeah, you can start doing that.
And maybe look like a general?
You're doing that. Anyone talking to the kids?
Yeah, Jataro's going to go in and talk to him.
Okay. Let's see. There's the gravely ill little dwarf. And then the human who's taking care of him looks to be very concerned. And he hisses at you to be quiet. And he nods towards the toy soldier that you see moving by the balcony. But now you know more are coming.
Killian's gonna use my Rod of the Pact Keeper to regain my slot that I
Okay.
spent earlier.
Got it. Okay, so the dwarf's in dire shape. You got anything you want to do for him, Jotaro?
Do I? Yeah, I try to use a. I don't know. Would a charge of a healer's kit do anything?
You think it'd take like remove disease or something?
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Yeah, you can spit on it and put a bandage on it, but you don't think it'll help.
thank you.
All right. Well, let's try to get him out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the getaway game can help with that.
Can anyone help him?
I have a flask of holy water. I doubt if
That
that would
probably
do
won't help.
anything,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
But we can maybe stabilize him with the kits for as many times as it takes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you scoop them up in your arms as necessary for the dwarf, and try to retreat out of here quickly.
Yes, I'm going to. Could I, if I gave him a potion of diminution to make him small, can I like have him just kind of riding in my backpack?
Ooh, pocket size.
The little dwarf kid?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that our arms are free.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to feed him my potion of diminution.
All right. So then you all come back down the stairs into the room that is the toy soldier barracks. And then where do you want to go? You hear the drum beat of the toy soldiers behind you. Coming down the stairs. You can go through this door you haven't been through, or through this door that's sitting open.
Well, as much as I'd like to get Oink the pig, I do feel like my map might be here. So I really want to go to the door to the north.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to get your map
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Sure.
So you rush to the door to the north, and you see that there, when you open it, there's no lock. There's no lock on it, so it opens easily. There's a hallway beyond that delves through the heart of the trunk of this giant fallen oak. And in this hallway are several doors. And you see there's moths clustering around a lantern that hangs from the ceiling in the middle of the hallway. It casts flitting shadows on the walls. The hall contains 3 sliding doors along the walls, and a heavier hinged door stands at the opposite end. Maynard, you want to open one of those 3 sliding doors or move on to the end?
I think I'd like to move on to the end.
Okay. Do you guys want to shut the door behind you when you get into the hall?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to
Sounds like
send the
a good idea.
kids through the open doorway and hopefully to safety, or have them follow behind you? One of them is small, so he's with you, I guess, huh, Jotaro?
Yeah, he's in my backpack.
Okay, so I guess the other one will hang with you guys too. Okay, you make your way to the doors at the end of the hall, and then open them. to reveal. This chamber. And in this chamber you see a wood-carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. This should be up to where the not the sewing room, but the textile
Where
mill.
Will was going?
Yeah. So Will should have been up
Right.
those stairs and hopefully back out already. And then there's a doorway to the left. You don't know what that leads to. There's a doorway straight across, which is sitting just slightly ajar. Will should have come and gone through that door. So,
Okay, well, let's go to the door to the left then.
so
And I'm
that-
sorry, were these in the hallways doors?
No. So,
Oh, okay.
going to move everyone in up to here. Move all your tokens to there so you can. This door is slightly ajar. Up there, that door is closed, and it turns out locked. These stairs ascend up. The room's got wood-carved staircase, since higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of tree roots and brambles, and nestled among the brambles are 5 portraits. One is a svelte, dark-haired woman, and the others depict hags. The svelte, dark-haired woman looks just like this picture
Who we met.
right
Oh,
there.
no, never mind.
So you see that portrait on the wall,
hmm
and you see there's a little tattoo. I mirrored this picture, so it's actually under her right eye, of a chicken's foot. The 3.
Does it look like the Igwilv or no, it was Tasha's, I think. Tasha from the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah, it does. That must be a portrait of Tasha. The other portraits, one is a truly ancient and terrifying hag. The second is a toadish hag that it looks to be Bavlorna. The next is a skeletal hag wearing a black theatrical contraption resembling a dress. Maybe Edelyn Moongrave, you're not positive. There's a hag with a wind-up key in her back, definitely a Scab of the Nightshade. She's got one empty eye socket and a wooden eye held in her hand. I did not tell you that, but her eye socket was empty when you met her. Sorry. And then finally there's this svelte, dark-haired woman with a commanding presence, who looks to be Tasha.
Do any of them move?
Now that you look, yes. It's like the subject of the painting is looking around and shifting uncomfortably, but the animation kind of has like the quality of an old movie. The images are silent and they kind of jump around a little bit.
That's all 4 paintings?
All 5, yeah.
All 5.
There's the like a matriarch hag, truly ancient and terrifying. You don't know who that one is. And there's the toad, which is Bavlorna, the skeletal one, which might be Edelyn, who lives in Yon. You haven't been there yet. And then the Scabatha one, and then Tasha.
And did you say this Gabatha one had a eye in her hand?
Yeah. So the picture of Scabatha, it's a hag with a wind-up key in her back, one empty eye socket, and a wooden eye held in her hand.
But we've never actually seen her with the wooden eye. Or seen the
No,
wooden
you've seen
eye.
an empty eye socket, but never a wooden eye.
Okay. Keep your eyes out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just since it creeps me out, can I just take some ink and like just brush over that wooden eye in the painting?
Sure. As you reach in there to brush out the eye, you're pricked by the
Oh.
thorny brambles. The prick deals no damage to you, but the portraits change.
Oh God.
So,
Interesting.
you can tell us what they show after I give you some instruction. Let's see here. Okay, that should work, I think. Did you get that, Aaron?
Yes.
So, the pictures in the portraits all of a sudden change and now depict 5 different individuals. And Portia, you can describe what those 5 individuals look like.
Okay, I guess I'm going to sort of loosely interpret. 2 of them look like share a striking resemblance to me, but older, like gray-haired man and woman. This is interesting. I'm going to say one of them looks like a Yuan-Ti priestess, and then 2 more of them, even I don't recognize them, but they look like similar featured to me.
So 2 look similar in features to Portia. 1 looks like a Yuan-Ti priestess, and 2 look like similar features to Portia, but older than Portia.
There's a family resemblance.
Jataro's. Can Jataro try doing the same thing Portia did, pricking his?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you some instructions here, and you can describe what you see, or what everyone sees once you've pricked yourself. Go ahead, Jataro. What do you guys see?
Sorry. I thought I was not one of them. So maybe remove one of those last 2 that I didn't recognize from the group.
Okay.
Okay. It shows Jataro. He sees Jataro. Then he also sees another Harengon, this one wearing a blue jacket. He sees another male Harengon, this one wearing a very kind of worn brown jacket. Then he sees 2 other Harengon, both female Harengon that are twins. That one's wearing a red, kind of a red jacket, and the other's wearing a light blue jacket.
So you stand here in this room, brambles all around the walls, 5 portraits that have changed from showing an ancient hag and Bavlorna and Skabatha and maybe Edelyn and Tasha. And then it showed various individuals that kind of had a resemblance to Portia, and then various individuals that had a resemblance to Jataro. And if you guys know any of those individuals in the pictures, you can say who their names are even, or what their relationship is to you if you want.
Yeah, it's Jataro's 2 brothers, Peter and Benjamin, and his 2 sisters, Flopsy and Mopsy.
All right, I'm not one to judge because the Gerzonis named their kids all sorts of things, but they decided Benjamin, Peter, Jataro. Okay.
Yes.
And then also Flopsy and Mopsy naturally.
Yeah, well,
Naturally.
That would not be a
full
given.
name's Jotaro Cottontail, so it was Peter
So Benjamin Cottontail, Peter Cottontail, and Jotaro Cottontail.
The J silent.
And Flopsy and Mopsy,
That's
naturally.
right. Yes. You got
Okay.
it in one.
So you guys have kind of been enthralled here for a little bit, and all of a sudden you realize that time's a-ticking. That door could open at any moment behind you, and who knows who might come through it. So what do you want to do now?
Well, we got to go to the left.
Put your guy in front of the door you're opening, Maynard.
I
Okay.
believe it's locked. I can take care of that.
It is locked. See if you can unlock it.
16.
16 is a success. You spring the door open, and you see the following. There we go. The toy soldiers aren't there, though, because they've gone up into the building. And as you open that door and you see out, the door behind you opens, and the toy soldiers, you hear the beat of the drum as they come down that hall. And then in the room you're in, looking out into this clearing, you see a rocking horse, Maynard. Creaking softly, a rocking horse moves back and forth near the door. It's right here. Peeling paint covers its limbs, and its rocker is thick with moss. A rictus grin is painted on its face. Near the rocking horse is another one of those painted wooden boxes. And then, as you're observing this, Maynard, the door behind you opens, and you hear the bang, bang, bang of a drum. Roll initiative.
Ah, I see you fixed it, Tom.
Okay.
I was getting uncomfortable going first. Not enough time to think.
I agree.
Now, where did I put that kid that was with you? Move them with you. So you got Pud. He's at the far side of the room. Of course, Broughton is in Jotaro's backpack, so I put him out of the room there. And first to react to that is Maynard.
Maynard will dash down to the door. Not literally, rules-wise dash. Move. Attack with his rapier. 26 for 22.
I think there might be something preventing that. I never remember these rules exactly. Let's see what they say. Reika should ask the adequate sneak attack of no creature other than your targets in 5 feet of you. So since Tiny G is within 5 feet of you, you can't sneak attack. But if you were to move to there, you could.
Actually, I thought that the swashbuckler, that was in addition to normal sneak attack rules. So he would get to sneak attack because he has an ally within 5 feet.
But he
Am I
doesn't.
wrong about that?
But he doesn't have an ally within 5 feet. But you
It
can go
has
there.
to be a feet of the enemy.
Yeah, but you can go to there, Maynard. So if you want to go to there, you can do your sneak attack.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sorry,
That
confused about where he was in.
is 22 damage. Got it.
should just assume I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I want to use my bonus action to get back. So I'm not going to take a second attack.
After Maynard comes the soldier in front. Or back, or wherever he's at. Okay, here he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 20 feet of movement to get into Tiny G's face, and then multi-attacking the little guy, the little fairy, with slam attacks. 10's a miss, 15's a miss, and then Portia, your turn.
Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work, but if I'm still looking like a soldier general made out of metallic skin, can I suggest to this one in front, attention, very special mission, go fetch Oink the pig and bring him back to me.
Okay. He turns on his heel to move away. And anything else, Portia?
I'll bonus action trigger one of my tails. Okay.
Avenger.
Oh. The only one I'm...
After Portia comes the next soldier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That soldier comes there, Tiny G, with a double move. Jotaro, your turn.
All right, Jotaro is going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, the one closest to him, and longbow attack. That's only going to be a 14 to hit.
14, that missed.
18
Hit.
For 15, 18 damage.
18. Let's see here. These ones are immune to psychic, so 3 less than that?
So 15 damage.
15 damage, got it. Okay, Jotaro's done. Kid's turn. Gonna move back with Jotaro. There. Try not to get pricked on the wall. And then soldier's turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Comes there, double move. And then soldier's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes there, attacks Portia. Multi-attack, slam 1, Portia. 14's a miss, slam 2, 8's a miss, and then Killian, your turn.
I'll step up to here looks good, and I'll attack first this one to Tiny G's right with my glaive. 16 for 11.
16 missed.
And then I'll try to butt stroke the same one.
That's a hit.
27 for 9.
9. After Killian, Tiny G.
Let's just go for this one in a diagonal. 26 for a whole lot of damage.
15 dropped it.
Move it on to the guy not with the heart. 22 for 7.
Nice. After Tiny. Got a soldier in the back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets to there with double move. And then soldier here. 1, 2, 3. Just entered your reach, Killian, if that matters.
Yep, I will op attack it.
That's a
20 for
hit.
10.
Dropped him. And then the end of that round. Tiny G, you see something kind of disconcerting.
Oh no.
You see the door at the end of the hall open, and stepping through it is an old woman moving gingerly down the hallway toward you. At her initiative. First to react is Maynard. That door there is open because the soldiers have been coming through it, so I'll put an open marker on it for your reference. There we go. Okay, Maynard.
Okay, well, she's a little too far away to deal with, so I am going to move down and strike at this particular of these toy soldiers. first with a stab. 22 for 20.
20, finished it.
And then we'll move over a little bit. That's my... Here we go. There. And offhand dagger. Stabbing for 5 more.
After Maynard comes Scabbatha. The old elderly hag hobbles down the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She sees Tiny G there. And she levels her staff at you, Tiny G.
Uh-oh.
And utters a curse. Let's see, she's in range. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's in range. Utters a curse at you. And you can feel your joints like getting more and more restrained. She's polymorphing you into something. 14 wisdom save to negate.
Let's check. Wisdom save 14.
Yep.
All right, let's inspiration this one.
Okay.
Easy.
You got it. You resist.
What was
It
she
felt like
turning
you were
into?
being turned into a little toy soldier. Which maybe that one I liked. So she moves there. She casts
So
that
he'd be bigger.
spell.
Probably would have been taller.
Hey,
Maybe-
listen.
couldn't have been braver, so don't have to worry about that. Maynard, you already went. Scabbatha just went. Soldier's turn. This one's going to go get Oink, provoking Tiny G if you want to take it.
If you damage him, he'll stop following the rule.
Scabbatha watches him go by, and as she watches him go by, you see the key on her back slow and then come to a complete stop. And then she screams the most vile profanities you've ever heard at the little tin soldier, who immediately stands rigid and turns back around. And your turn, Portia.
Okay. And does the hag, after she screams, seem completely inert once the key runs out?
No,
Like
no, the key's completely motionless, but she is like in a state of utter rage and still able to move, it looks like.
okay, gotcha.
See if we can't get the key out of her back and see if that does something.
Well,
I guess, Bunny Man.
I
shoot things.
I will I will attempt. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'll attempt to mage hand the key out of her back.
All right. You cast Mage Hand. You grab the key with the hand, and it doesn't budge.
Okay, it does not remove from her body. And
Is this like a big old key, or is it kind of like a...
It's a big key, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Oh, that was my action. Okay. I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity to move.
Alrighty. Toy soldier swings his fist at you. Missing. After Portia, Jotaro.
Jotaro's going to bonus action move his hunter mark to this guy here. Step up, take a couple shots. First one is a 23 for 13. Oh, they don't take that.
No second.
12.
12, got it.
Second one is a 24 for 13.
13, finished him. After Jotaro. The kids just stays by you, Jotaro. And then Killian.
I will cast Hex on Scabatha.
Ooh.
Because I'm assuming she's probably not up to any good. If I can find my darn spells. There we go. And I'll give her disadvantage on strength checks, I guess. And then I'll step up a little bit more and take one strike at this this remaining 10 soldier thing. 16 for 10.
16 is a hit. Oh no, 16 missed. After Killian, Tiny G.
Yeah. Could either go 1, 2. No, I can't make it all the way down there. Fine. Let's just murk this guy first. Boom! The 16 for 13.
Miss.
23 for 6.
That's it. All right.
And then I'll move right there and there.
Ooh, okay, the soldier attacks you, Tiny. Multi-attack with
So I leave his reach?
No, but it's his turn.
Oh.
Slam missed. Slam missed, runs over. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, Maynard is gonna go down and try and finish off this soldier. Take that. So that is 20 damage.
20 damage, got it. Still standing.
Ooh, that makes me mad. So I strike with the second
12.
blade, but this
12's a miss.
apparently.
Okay, Scabatha, completely enraged now, Tiny G, closes on you and lays into you with wicked-looking claws. First claw attack is an 18 to hit.
It does.
21 points of poison damage.
Owie.
Yikes.
Second claw attack is a miss with a 9. Scabatha screams for this other soldier to get up here. It hurries to her command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's a double move for it to close the distance with you, Tiny G. And then Portia, your turn.
Okay. I am going to viciously mock the almost dead one.
Wisdom saving throw. It failed, but it's immune to psychic.
Oh, whoops. Oh, would I have known that?
Well, you should have known
I
that.
mean, it's okay.
since
No, it's
happened
okay.
3 times so far.
Sure. Yes. Sorry.
And it does still have disadvantage on its attack, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. And can I sort of like hide out this door?
What did you say?
Or just like
Hide out this
like-
door?
like-
Oh, yeah.
like go out the door and kind of like, I mean, keep it ajar, but like
Sure.
try to be unnoticeable out there.
There we go. Okay. Portia and Jotaro, your turn.
All right. Bonus action. Oh man, that guy's almost dead. I am going to bonus action put my hunter's mark on this guy here, but I'm going to take my first shot at the one who's almost dead. That's only going to be a 14 to hit.
Missed.
Second one is a 15 to hit.
Missed.
So that sucks. All right, I'm done.
Kid stays by you. Killian, your turn.
Could I tell I'm pretty close that Tiny was taking poison kind of damage from that? Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Then I will first quaff my potion of poison resistance, just in case. And then bonus action, I will also go ahead and put my Hexblade's Curse on Scabatha.
Nice. Okay.
So double up on her.
After
And
Killian.
I will move. No, I'll stay right there for now.
Go ahead, Tiny.
I'll take a bonus action to rage.
Nice.
And let's see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
A
4.
4.
Weapon you hold. Reach in. Change damage type to force. Okay.
Okay. Nice. So then let's put my little rage marker on. First attack, let's murk this guy. Oof. 12 doesn't hit.
No, that's a miss.
22 for 14
That
does.
finishes it.
I'm going to turn to Scabbatha and say, hey, listen. I'm just going to flicker off.
All right. At the end of that round, the door behind the little kid opens up, creaks as it does, and standing behind it is a short little creature with a red cap on its head and a murderous look in his eyes. You can see a sharp, razor-sharp sickle protruding around the doorway.
Does it have iron shoes?
Add him to the initiative. Yeah, he does. That was there. That was Tiny's turn. Round's over. And Maynard, your turn.
Well, I can't easily get to Granny, so I'm going up to take on this one. Take that. 10, I think, is a big fat
10's a miss.
But there's more where that came from. I
That's a
sweep
hit.
around with the dagger attack. Attack for, I guess it's just 3.
3, you got it. Finish your move where you want, then Scabbatha's turn. She will... multi-attack onto Tiny with a claw. 13 missed. 18 hit for 26 poison, Tiny.
Down I go.
And down goes Tiny.
Oh no.
Underneath Scabba. So she attacked twice, she hit. Then she's gonna move on stepping right over Tiny's little body. Closes on Killian. Killian, you get an attack opportunity if you want with it.
Yep. 17 for 17 plus 3, so 20.
20. Let's see. She takes Necro. You mean 15 or 17 total?
No, it should be 20 because that
Oh,
doesn't
20
have
because
my
you got
Hexblade
your
curse.
Hexblade
Another
curse.
3.
Yeah. Okay, got it. After that's her second claw attack, so she's done. After her turn comes the soldier. She commands it to come in. It steps over Tanji's body, closes onto Killian. Multi-attack and with a slam missing and a slam missing. Portia, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Gonna come back inside. Gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Tiny. Healing Word is... Trying to find it. Oh, there it is. So 11? Is that right? No, it's a 9.
Second level would be 9. So 9 back, Tiny. And Portia, you can't have inspiration yet, so never mind. Keep going.
Okay. And since that was a bonus action, I'll attempt to viciously mock the hag.
Wisdom save. 12. Got her for 3 psychic and disadvantage on her next attack. After Portia, the red cap steps into the room, looks around with just wild, murderous frenzy in its eyes, raises up its sickle over Pud's head. Pud's screaming, crying, and the thing, oh my god, cuts down on Pud with his wicked sickle. Cuts a deep gash into Pud, but it didn't look like it severed anything. He might live, even though he's on the ground bleeding out right now. And then it continues, steps over the little kid's body to attack Jotaro. The second Wicked Sickle attack, 16 on Jotaro is a miss, and then last, 14 missed. Jotaro, your turn.
Well, you dick. Jotaro is going to grab a hold of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And can I then rabbit hop away from him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, so I'm going to grab the kid. I'm going to rabbit hop over to here.
Okay. Did you know you can rabbit hop 15 feet now?
Nope.
You can.
I do
Kid
now, and I will be updating
with you there. And then you can have inspiration, right, Jotaro?
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead, Jotaro. Finish your turn.
Damn it, Maynard. So that was his action and bonus action.
No, grabbing the kid's just a free interaction, so you're good.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, for my action, I will be moving one. Oh, no, for my action, I'm going to feed him a potion of healing.
The kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep him from bleeding out. Because it looks like if he would still bleed out.
Saves. Yeah, he's making death saves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I'm not going to do the potion of healing. I'm going to do a healer's kit to stabilize him.
Okay, so he's stabilized.
Yeah, so I'll use one charge for my healer's kit.
After Jotaro comes the kid stable, then Killian.
I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself to make it harder for them to... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. Mirror Image.
Nice.
And bonus action, I will go ahead and do a little healing on myself with my second wind. So...
Nice. Okay. Put something that looks like a mirror imagey icon and a number 3 on it.
Gotcha.
So we can track that. And then Tiny.
Yep. Gonna kind of slum up a little bit and say, hey, this is what the Gerzonis always say. Always have a plan. Thank you, Portia. He's gonna...
You are welcome.
Your rage ended, Tiny, if you want to restart it.
And I get 3 rages,
Yeah.
it looks like. Yeah. So let's go ahead and use another rage just to see kind of what happens with the... Oh, 6.
Ooh, plus 1 armor.
10-foot allies plus 1 AC.
I'll put a little aura on you.
Thank you. And I'll move up and... Oh, less targets to attack, the better. Let's try and get the soldier down this turn. Not with an 11. Or with the 16.
After
The
Tiny.
16 miss.
Rounds over. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, Maynard is going to now take the fight to Agatha. He sprints across the room, brandishing his 2 blades. He tries to bury the rapier in his foe. That is an 11.
Miss.
But just as she's distracted by that, he swings again and misses again.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Skabatha's turn.
Damage, everyone.
So this is what I picture now, is that Maynard is narrating what he's doing, and so she's easily able to dodge out of the way because he
Writing his
tells
next
her where.
screenplay.
Okay, Skabatha fighting Killian, mirror images. So roll a mirror image for me. It's going to be one of the duplicates, so their armor class is 10 plus your dex modifier.
Which is 12.
So she hit, so you're down to 2. Then roll a mirror image again for me.
Oops. Nope.
And that's going to be also an image. So roll, let's see. She hit that one. Wow.
Oh man, that was a good one to hit on the image.
51 poison. All right. 1 image left is what you should have. She's done. Soldier's turn. Soldier is fighting you as well, Killian. Slam attack on you. 16 missed. Slam attack on you missed. Oh no, 16 might hit an image. So roll
Yeah,
d20. With only 1 image left, 11 plus is an image, so yeah, hit an image. So they're gone.
Images are all gone.
Soldier's
That
done.
didn't last long, but that's okay.
Portia,
They
your
do what
turn.
they're supposed to do.
Okay, Portia is going to cast Bane on all the enemies in this room.
Ooh, nice. Charisma for the red cap. He's baned.
That says con check, though. I mean, for what it's worth.
Is it a charisma save?
Yes.
He's not baned. That's mean. Mean of
That
me.
was mean.
I
I
know.
rolled a 1.
I know. That's the table rules. If I roll the wrong button, or if you roll the wrong
I
button,
know.
you roll the right one. Charisma check, but Scabatha failed. That's better news.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'll take it.
I'll take. Let's see, for Bane on Scabatha. I'll just do this. That's done. I'll do the skull with a circle below it. Okay, and then the little tin soldier charisma save. He is baned, even though he rolled a 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
He could not be baned. And concentration marker for you, Portia. And then
Sure.
after your turn, or move where you want. Let me know when you're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Because that
I
red
think, out
cap's
the door.
coming next. Through the door, around the tree, red cap comes charging after Jotaro. Let's see. All right. This thing is like angry, and it comes running at you and kicks you with its iron shod boot, Jotaro. It's 24 bludgeoning damage and knocking you prone. It's 14 dex save negates that. Ooh, you hop out of the way. Red cap's done. Your turn, Jotaro.
All right. So Jotaro is going to move 1, 2, and use his last rabbit hop to get some distance, and taunts the red cap as he does it.
Okay.
So it's going to be 5, 10, 15 feet to there. No, wait, can't be that far because of the whole 1, 2, 3. There.
It's 15.
And then it was okay. All right.
Yep, you're good.
Perfect.
Movement counts always diagonals as 1.
Then I am going to try to shoot the 10 soldier I have hunters marked. That's going to miss.
And a
And that's
miss.
going to
After
miss.
Jotaro, the
Thanks.
kid's out there stabilized, and then Killian, your turn.
Glaive at our friend the witch lady here. 26 for 23.
23. Holy cow.
And
Was that
then
a
his
crit,
other-
maybe? It was one away
No,
from a
it's
crit,
got up
wasn't
to
it?
19. Yeah, it was one away from a crit.
Okay.
And then an 11 is probably going to miss.
That's a miss. After Killian, Tiny G.
Yeah. Go for the soldier boy. Ah, there we go. 27 for 12.
12. Got it.
Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
Okay, for 8.
Got it. Okay. After Tiny, round is over. Maynard.
And I'll move right there.
I've now got a sense of her fighting style. So here it comes.
He says to himself.
Out loud. 14
Yes.
is a miss.
Take that.
16 hit.
Oh, wow.
Finally. So 16 for 14.
Got it.
Then backing up.
Scabatha's
done.
turn. She will attack Killian with a claw. Here's her bane. We'll subtract this from it. So she got a 22, Killian.
That hits.
17 poison. So I guess you only take 8 poison. That enrages her even more. She swings again with another claw attack. 23, and her Bane roll is a 2, so it's 21,
That'll
Killian.
still hit.
17
That'll hit
poison,
still.
so another 8.
That's it again. Alrighty.
All right, she's done. Soldiers attacking you. Slam is a miss. Slam is a miss. Portia, your turn.
Okay. Can I use the mummified toad out here to create some darkness?
Yeah.
I will do that. I think it says, let's see, that's like a 20.
It's like a
15-foot
darkness
radius
spell.
sphere.
Yeah.
Or I guess it. What is the 10? Yeah, okay.
Yep, 15-foot radius spread. You toss it into a pot or a kettle of water. It disappears and it produces darkness spell from the container. So you're holding a darkness spell. If you cover the pot, basically the darkness goes out. So you just let me know if you have it covered or uncovered.
Okay. And you said it generally centers around me, and if I move, it moves?
It's on the pot. So wherever you
It's
put
on
the
the-
pot. Yeah.
Okay.
You had to throw the frog into a pot and then produce
Yeah.
darkness out of that.
Okay.
What else?
Let's see. I can sort of. Nope, that's it.
Okay, after Portia, the red cap, chasing down the rabbit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's too fast for him, so it turns his attention to Maynard. Multi-attacking with his wicked sickle. Missing. Hitting for 8, Maynard. And then critting for 13, Maynard.
I'm going to evade that one for
Got
half.
it. Red cap's done. Jotaro, your turn.
All right. Jotaro is going to move up to the top of this. I could shoot over the stairs, can I?
The railing, yes.
Yes. So I'm going to move up there to get a clean shot on the tin soldier. And that's going to be a 17 for 12.
17 missed.
Are you? Oh my
Wow.
God. Okay. And so my next one. Ding.
14 missed.
Son of a gun. I can't hit these things for nothing.
No.
All right.
Well,
That is not.
it's not just you. They're armor class 18. They're hard to hit. Killing your turn.
2 more swings at Witch Lady. 10 is probably going to miss.
That missed.
I'm also rolling. I keep rolling
12 is
really well. I've
probably
got a
gonna miss.
plus 10.
12 is also a miss. Tiny G.
Ugh.
Right. The soldier. Oh, yeah. 25 for 11.
Nice. So the soldier's gone.
And then
Thank
second
you.
one on Scabatha. 22 for 17.
Wow. Big
Big
cut.
rolls.
Big cut into Scabatha. Okay. After Tiny, the round's over. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, Maynard is facing down the red cap, so he's going to swing or stab. 15 for a hit.
15 on the red cap is a hit.
Okay, well, take 17 points of damage then.
Got it.
And then follow up with 2 more as a little lanyap on top of that.
-2. Got it. All right. After Maynard. Is Scabatha. She will move to here, provoking Tiny.
I'll take it. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Ah.
And then she'll move to here, then here, then here, provoking Killian.
Nope.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She goes running through that door. You can see this room now. A little better. And that room that she's in is a kitchen. It's squalid, carved out of the trunk of the fallen oak. There's a big clay oven that she ran around, so blocking your view of her now. Sitting in the middle of the room. Sickly sweet vapors emerge from a cauldron that rests atop the oven. Crowded shelves are laden with forest fungi, jars of pickled grubs, animal skulls, and moldy cookbooks. There's a grate in the floor as well. That's what you see as she runs that way. And she's screaming something through a door that's open. An open door over here. And the language she's screaming in is Sylvan. Anyone speak Sylvan?
I need to
I do.
A number
Okay.
of us.
We're in the Feywild.
She's screaming. She's screaming for her red mushrooms.
Ooh. Jotaro perks up.
She's done. Portia, your turn.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna set my pot down to leave the darkness where it is. Let's see, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I think that can get there. Yeah. And I'll attempt. Let me make sure I'm within range. Yeah. I'll attempt Dissonant Whispers on her at 3rd level.
Psychic. Wisdom save. 19 on her save. She's going to take 7 psychic.
Minus D4?
Minus D4. 17 on her save.
Okay, well, that still makes it.
Okay. She's done there. Portia. Redcap. Redcap's going to let Maynard have it. This is a wicked sickle. 21 Maynard for 6. Missed you. And 22 for 5. And he looks torn. He wants to stay here and rip you apart, Maynard. But she was calling for her red mushrooms.
And Tom, you did her damage at 3rd level, right?
No, I did not. So I got to take 2 more off that. No? 4 more off. Minus 4. Got it. Okay. Maynard. Okay. So this thing strikes at you 3 times with its sickle, Maynard. Should have hit you twice for a total of 11 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna evade that second
Got
strike,
it.
but
Moves there, provoking, if you have a reaction.
I don't think I do.
3, 4, 5. And gets that far. Redcap is done. Jotaro, your turn.
Can I hop over the railing down to the ground, or is it too far up from where I'm at?
No, you can hop on over. Difficult terrain or extra square movement to hop over.
Okay, sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move to there. And do I have a clean shot, or is this like dome thing covering her?
She's covered. Dissonant Whispers only worked because it isn't a creature you can see.
Got it. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to shift my Hunter's Mark to the red cap, and my attack him. That's a 21 for 18.
21 hit. He takes all 18.
And a 28 for 11.
Redcap is dead.
Should get
Nice.
for killing it or hurting a kid.
Killian's turn.
All right. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50.
You can see her from there.
Oh, I can see. Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and, I dash. I use my action to dash, so I'll just go ahead and finish my dash.
Okay.
And I think I'll end up about there.
All right. After Killian comes Tiny.
How tall is the is that a kiln or like an
Yeah,
oven?
it's an oven, like a big kiln oven. It's about 10. It almost scrapes the ceiling.
Okay. And the ceiling's 8 feet tall.
Yeah, just 8 feet tall.
Ah, okay. Tiny will single move to there. And then to am I able to like throw a hand axe at her, or is she total covered?
You can lob it over the top at disadvantage if you want.
Hell yeah.
Gonna bank it off my head.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This is 19 hit.
Wow, yeah. Strike her on the back of the head with your
For-
axe from the sky.
For 9. Follow-up axe. That's a 20.
Wow. All
The
right.
best part is it keeps the rage going.
You hear her screeching. Then Killian, you see coming like over the top of the roots and such, out the doorway there, another red cap.
Shut the door, shut the door.
Another red cap coming.
Maynard, your turn.
Maynard says, "Wait, you've got my map," and dashes in pursuit, charging over the kiln, cannonballing across, his dagger and rapier brandished, using his dash, and then hits with the rapier and misses.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm sure she's cowed by
Yeah.
her this attack.
Okay. After Maynard is Scabatha. She moves to there, provoking Maynard.
Yeah, I guess I got a reaction now, so take that. 14 misses, though.
14 missed, yep. Moves to there, opens the door. You see this chamber beyond. So she went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She starts screeching to Lorna. Lorna, help me! Lorna, help me! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Starts running up the stairs. These stairs are difficult terrain that she's running up. And Portia, your turn.
Okay.
Dear? Of course. So,
I think I can make it there by dashing.
Good idea?
Someone's not muted who thinks they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry, I did. I thought that I was trying to figure out how to mute my stupid phone.
All right, you dash to there, Portia?
Yep, and on my way, I'm gonna healing word Tiny again.
Okay.
Just level 1 though.
All right. After Portia's healing word comes the red cap, closing on you guys. Gets to here, attacks Killian with his wicked sickle.
Not before I hit him for 14.
Ooh, nice
No,
shot.
actually 13.
13?
13.
Got it. Wicked sickle attack on Killian is a 18. That could hit you, Killian. Unless you
That
shield
hits.
it. Well, yeah, you can't
Don't
shield
have
now.
any shields left.
And
for
then
9.
22 for 7. And then missed. Red cap's done. Jotaro, your turn.
I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, Move to there, and bonus action, Hunter's Mark the red cap and take a couple shots at him. That's a 26 for 18.
Nice shot. 26 is a hit. 18 damage. I got it.
And that's only going to be a 16 for
16
13.
is a hit for 13.
Oh.
Barely alive.
Oh my lord. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I'm done.
Killian, your turn.
I'll go ahead and attack this red cat next to me. 16 for 10.
16 for 10. Dropped him.
And let's see. I think I've used all my fun bonus actions I have. So I'll just do some movement. Oh, about there's fine, I guess.
After you is Tiny G.
Oh boy. So let's see if I can do this right.
Oh, can I close the door before I move?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Should be able to dash. Oh, Let's move first. I'm just gonna get into the room just to get a bit of. I am dashing, but I want to be there for 45 and see the
Okay.
rest of the room. Like, does the
Your
staircase?
speed's 40, right?
Yeah.
So let's stop you at your first move, because when you get to there, you can see in the dark shadows of the back of the room something. Let me describe the room in general for you here real quick. You see Scabba to the left running up the stairs. The room is a study. There's a staircase running along the wall that she's climbing up. Tucked behind curtains of moss and ivy are numerous bookshelves bearing ancient tomes. Built into one of the bookshelves is a tall oval mirror in a wooden frame. There's a roll-top desk. It's open. On the desk is a human skull with flickering candlelight emanating from its eye sockets. Hunched behind that desk is Bavlorna.
Ah.
I don't think she wants another taste of this.
She's going to start running as soon as she sees us, I'm sure.
She's smart, she will.
What is she doing? She just kind of.
She's just like hunkering behind the desk,
She's
glaring at
scared.
you with her big, beady eyes. Her mouth hangs slack. Flies flit in and out of it.
Tiny, also register that you had 5 extra hit points.
Yeah, you were healed for 5 from a healing word last round.
Oh, I missed that. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey everyone, the second one's in there. I'm gonna go pursue the one we're trying to murk right now.
Okay.
Does the staircase lead up to like just?
It goes up
like
to a
new
second floor. Looks like there's a room up there. Basically, this at the very
Okay.
top here opens into another room.
Cool. Let's see. Can I cut her off? 40 would get me to the top of the staircase. If I did that.
Nice. Standing at the top of the
and then
staircase,
there's
you can
an
see the room
elevator.
above too. I can show you that.
Sure thing.
All right. So
Oh, right there. So that way Bevlorna can see me. How's that?
the room above is going to be over to the side here. Here's the room above. So you're standing right at the top of these stairs.
Yep.
The room that you can look into up there is a bedroom. It's got an orderly bed with a patchwork quilt on it. There are ornamental pigs arranged in a neat row on a dresser. A decaying dollhouse sitting on the bedside table. The 3-foot-tall edifice has seen better days and is now besmirched by peeling paint, mold, and rot. Behind the dollhouse, by the window, moths flutter inside a large bell jar. And next to the door, closest to you, is a wooden rocking cradle with a neatly folded blanket in it. All right, Tenny, what else are you doing?
Well, that's my action to dash.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. After Tiny, then, is Maynard.
Okay, Maynard is hell-bent on getting to Scabatha. So with his tiny legs, pumping so fast you can hardly see him in motion. He sprints across the room, dashing, and tries to hit her again. This time he's going to use his dagger because he thinks maybe she might have some resistance to his non-magical blade.
That's what it must be. Ooh, and his
That is
halfling
probably
luck.
the problem.
His halfling luck redirects what would have surely been a miss and hits her squarely in the back.
Outstanding. So that's 18 points of damage, yes.
Got it.
Nice.
After Maynard, Scabatha, she screams at Bavlorna. All sorts of expletives about what a lazy SOB Bavlorna is and how she's got to help. And Scabatha jumps over the railing to there. Maynard, you have an attack of opportunity?
I guess I do, and I will take it. Stabbing for 18 for 8 more damage, and since it's somebody else's turn, 16 damage.
Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and Bavlorna enters the combat this round. I forgot that. At the end of the round. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Provoking from you, Portia.
Focused.
Okay.
Oh, Killian, you just took yours.
Oh. $20 to hit for 10.
Ooh, yeah, you hit. Do 10 to her. She's screaming, crying, trying to get away. Your turn, Portia.
Does Bavlorna look like she's considering heating her sister?
Maybe. Looks like she's entering the initiative.
Okay. All right. I'm going to move over here and do Thunder Wave at 3rd level.
Nice.
So fancy.
Well done.
16 con save. Scabatha might
-4.
fail still. No, she made it, but she still
damn it.
took, at 3rd level, 5 points damage. And that sends her skittering across the floor, and you hear her bones crack as she hits the wall and falls lifeless, dead. Her sister, still back there, hunkering behind the desk, but starting to move out. What else, Portia?
I think I'll just yell to Scabatha.
You actually killed her. She's not moving at all.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Bavlorna.
Okay.
Your sister was just as useless as you thought she was, and now she is dead. You are free from any obligations that you felt towards her.
Nice. Okay. She may or may not be attacking now. Jotaro, what do you want to do?
Jataro's going to move 1, 2, 3.
Jotaro, your ranger senses catch someone standing down in this pit.
Blah.
Oh,
That's got a grate over the
grate?
top of it. Looks like a bedraggled old man, a big gray beard, as he's hunkered down in the floor looking up at the fight.
who are you?
He says, I am Elkhorn. Who are you?
I am Jataro. Do I recognize his name?
Elkhorn? Not necessarily.
Okay. Is this like a? Can I open this grate up, or is it? Is it locked, or is it just kind of?
There is a lock on it. There's a lock on it.
Okay.
You could force it, pick it, or ignore it.
I'll leave the picking of it to Maynard. Said we'll be back to release you, and I move up to here. And I am going to So Bavlorna doesn't look like she's going to attack, or
Yeah,
is it
not necessarily unless you guys provoke her.
I'm going to holler, are you willing to talk to us this time?
Her mouth is like hanging a gape, just flies buzzing in and out of it. And she like swings her head back and forth, and her jowls kind of slide from one side of her face to the other, like in a no motion.
Yikes.
Like, no, she's not willing to talk to
Not
us?
willing to talk, no.
You seem
And
much
we
more
think
confident
that if
than
we
first
take
time.
out these hags, that it will help free Zabilna.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to bonus action, put my hunter's mark on her.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Here it comes.
But I will, out of... I won't make an attack, and I can't ready an action because then I'd lose my concentration. So I'll just stand.
You can ready an action, you just can't ready a spell.
Okay. I'm sorry. Then I'm going to ready. I'm sorry. I thought it was all ready. Oh, that's good enough. I'm going to ready a longbow attack for if
Okay.
she.
Kid is
looks at me
still
sideways.
hopefully outside. Killian, your turn.
I'm going to step next to the wall so I'm out of sight here, and I'm going to drink a potion of healing.
Right. After
In
Killian,
case more things happen.
Tiny G.
All right, I'm gonna move into the study, grab the supreme potion of healing out of her bedside table,
Smart.
and I am gonna move up and just kind of gonna make an investigation check for the room.
Okay, so you got the bed, nice quilt on it. It's all orderly. Got pigs lined up in neat row on a dresser. Over here to like the south side of the
pigs
room,
or,
right over
like,
here.
Little piggy pigs.
Little piggy pigs, little ceramic pigs.
Okay.
Ornamental pigs arranged in a neat row. There's a decaying dollhouse. This decaying dollhouse is right here. It's 3 feet tall. It is covered with peeling paint, mold, and rot. Behind the dollhouse, there is a window, and there is a large bell jar with a bunch of moths in it. And then next to the door, closest to the stairs, this one over here, is a wooden rocking cradle.
And then I'll move to this door and open it up.
All right.
Famous
It
last word.
is just a closet.
All right. How many healing potions?
None. 0.
Darn
So
it.
the closet of supreme
the
healing.
Tiny closet. Okay. So move like up 1. Probably just get back to the top of the stairs and like that's it.
Okay.
And then just
After
wait.
Tiny G comes Bavlorna. Bavlorna reaches in between those two bookshelves that she's standing beside, grabs something that looks like a big rolled up piece of carpet, big rolled up piece of green carpet, kind of tucks it under her arm, and just full of self-pity, starts sloughing through the room. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Entered your reach, Killing, if you want to do anything about it. 9. 10,
I'm going to stand by for now.
12. Bavlorna is done. Maynard, your turn.
Maynard is going to drink a potion of healing.
And then finish move where you want, Maynard. And then Portia, your turn.
Follow.
I don't think. I am going to just release the tail that I've been holding onto myself. And who's around me? And I'll healing word Killian. Just level 1.
After you do your healing word, move where you want, and then Jotaro.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. That's a bonus action. Okay.
And then Jotaro, go ahead.
Tara's going to move back to here and kind of keep his longbow trained a little bit on Bavlorna and see what she does.
Killian.
Ready at action.
I'm just going to ready in action also. If Bavlorna makes a move toward any of us, I will attack her.
Did you also get your hit points healed up when your hex target went down?
I dropped my hex before she died. I failed the concentration save.
Okay. Does that hex require concentration?
Hex, the spell hex does. Oh wait, Hexblade's curse.
Does not.
I didn't do that. Hexblade's curse was still there. So yeah, I got another 8. Thank you.
Yeah.
These two are so easy to get mixed up.
Tiny.
I mean, we can always come back to that later. I'm gonna happily float down to this door and just dodge.
All right. Bavlorna will leave if you don't stop him. Stop her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We'll catch up with her and yawn.
She unrolls that carpet she had taken, and it turns into a big giant lily pad, and she starts floating across the water in it.
Oh.
And off she goes. Just downtrodden. Okay, now you can explore the kitchen and the study there, and then the bedroom up above. So the kitchen. Oh, and you may need to heal more. You might run into some stuff, so you could take a short rest here in the kitchen if you wanted.
I do want.
I'm okay with that.
So,
Sure.
Scabbeth is gone. You've saved all the kids. Just a little bit more to explore in here. See if you can find your missing stuff. So the kitchen.
If you do use hit dice, you can add an extra 6 to it.
Nice. Wow, those are some good rolls, Tiny.
Yep. So,
Bad rolls, Jotaro.
I was only 10 down, and with the 6, I only need to use 1 hit die.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. The kitchen. Squalid, carved out of the trunk of the oak tree. Big clay oven sitting in the middle of the room. It's got like a door, like a big, like almost man-sized door you can open to stoke it and look inside it. Above it, there's a cauldron, and there's some sickly sweet vapors emerging from it. All around, and all the shelves are crowded with and laden with forest fungi, jars of pickled grubs, animal skulls, moldy cookbooks. Then there's this pit with a lock on it, and down in there is an old man named Elkhorn.
Can we also say that we brought in Pud into this room and that he benefited from that Song of Rest?
Sure.
I don't know what his hit dice are.
He's got
Situation is
1d4, so he'll be fully healed. He'll be
nice.
up to 4 full hit points.
He's rocking. I should let him borrow my flail.
Okay, so what do you want to do in this room?
We were letting this person out, right?
Oh, and plus you have Scabbeth lying here dead. Scabbeth's got a ring of keys, 3 iron keys on the ring, and you find one of them unlocks that grate. There's also, strangely, a chain in an anchor in the wall by the bench by the grate. The chain's like almost 20 feet long, but whoever was chained up to it is not there anymore. And survival check, Charo, as you investigate to see if there's any tracks or anything around where that chain was. Yeah, there was someone chained up here until just recently, and they're gone. Looks like it was a small child, so one of the kids.
He's acting up, no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been I would have got it would have been 20, right? Because we're in a tree.
Yeah, you're in a tree.
True.
You can't get any more foresty than actually being inside a tree.
Exactly. Just wanted to make that clear.
So old Elkhorn's down there in the pit. You gonna help him out?
Yeah. Who? Ask him what his story is.
Can you get me out? It'd be easier to talk if I was out.
Yeah.
Yes, we unlock gate and throw
Yeah.
down rope.
Okay. You find he's there. Oh man, I can't remember if you guys stopped this or didn't stop this. Do you guys remember at the Witchlight Carnival there was the halfling that proposed to his halfling bride? And
Mhm.
she laughed when he did, and he ran off
Mhm.
into the Hall of Mirrors. Did you catch him? Or did he disappear he disappeared into the mirror, didn't he? And
I played it twice, and I know I caught him one time
I think he
at
disappeared
least.
with this group. I think you got to the
Okay.
mirror and you saw him being led away by a woman or a child with like a pig mask.
Okay.
Well, anyway, halfling is here. So
that's
Elkhorn's
his name.
here. Elkhorn is here, and Reuben Sugarwood is here. Still wearing his smeared butterfly face paint from the carnival.
Oh.
Reuben angered the hag, and she had promised to plant him in her garden.
Who's this Elkhorn?
Elkhorn says, "Me and my companions entered Prismere to confront our arch enemy, the League of Malavents. My companions included Strongheart the Paladin, Mercion the Cleric, Molliver the Rogue, and Ringo Run the Wizard. We were Valor's Call. The League of Malavents is a coalition of villains. Kellic the Sorcerer, Warduke the Helmed Swordsman, Skyla the Warlock, and a priest of Orcus named Zargash, and finally Zarak the Assassin. Valor's Call, we caught up with the League of Malavents in the Palace of Heart's Desire, the home of the Archphase of Bilna. We fought a mighty battle. I think I was knocked out. Whatever happened, I woke up here in Loomlurch. Granny Nightshade, I think she lost interest in me and was just going to let me starve to death. But the kids, where did they go?" He's looking around the kitchen. She used to be right here. Her name was Mishka. Pud says, yeah, Mishka. She got in trouble because she kept running away, and Granny Nightshade locked her up here. Well, anyway, she used to throw me scraps, says Elkhorn.
We've got the other kids out here, but I don't think we've seen Mishka.
So Elkhorn's wearing his armor, and he starts like looking around cupboards and stuff, and he says, I found it. He finds his shield and his sword stuffed in the kitchen cupboard. We should make sure we free the rest of the children here, says
Yeah, if there's any
Elkhorn.
left to free.
Oh, and Elkhorn's not an old man. He is old, but he's actually a dwarf when you pull him out. So there's Elkhorn.
Wow.
Good friends with Strongheart.
Ooh.
All right.
Um,
Well, should we continue searching for more children and any other items that might be, useful?
Specifically a map or whatever
Yeah.
when you get inspiration
Okay.
for all the awesome stuff. I do.
Okay. So the next room up is the study. So you thoroughly trash the study. You find the shelves contain books of Feywild lore, all written in Elvish. Each one has a withered frog's body stitched to its spine. Notable tomes include All Things Sticky, Slippery, and Sweet, written for children, illustrates and describes substances that would fascinate them, such as boggle oil, troll spittle, and various flavors of tree sap. Phantasma Demento's Codicle of Conundrums, a lavishly illustrated book of fey puzzles and riddles. Goblin et Fogagol Tassal is a thin, illustrated book describing nilbogs, who are capricious fey spirits that possess goblins and foment chaos in goblinoid society. And there's more, which I'll provide for you in a summary. You find there's a couple books missing from one series of 8 books. You have that oval mirror built into the bookcase. On the desk, there's quills, ink, a human skull, fashioned into a lantern. A rolled-up wanted poster bearing a sketch of Will of the Feywild. For this one, I should tell you the stuff that would happen if you... I'll do it later if anyone wants to know the details of what would happen if you tried to collect one of these posters. This one says, I shall make you as strong as an octopus.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, an octopus has a strength of 4, so you might not want to be as strong as an octopus. Other treasures.
She might make you an actual octopus, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a varnished human eyeball inside the lower half of a small hourglass that hangs like a pendant from a necklace made of woven hair. There's a black feathered quill, and I'll have all this in the summary too. Black feathered quill with a bone tip that magically produces its own ink. A tiny clockwork toad. That's all you find there. And then up above, the dollhouse. So searching that room completely, you can't find any way to get into or open up that dollhouse. It's almost like it's magical, like you'd have to become tiny and walk into it.
But I am tiny.
I got a potion of diminution if you want to be tinier.
Yep,
There you
if
go.
a small creature took a potion of diminution, you could walk into that dollhouse.
I am small. So.
Yep.
You want to do it?
Here it is if you want it.
Glug glug.
All right. Inside the dollhouse, you find what might be the real sleeping chamber for Scabatha, not the bed that's in the room.
The one all the way up there.
And in the attic of the dollhouse, eventually you find a pair of embroidered velvet slippers, a false eye made of solid gold, a
Found
cracked
another eye.
hand mirror with gaudy bejeweled handle and frame, and Maynard, do you remember what your lost directions were put into? Was it different than what's in the adventure?
I'm not sure I understand.
It was a map, right?
So the hag they steal your thing, your sense of direction, and they fashion it into an object. And so the object that you find up there, I think, is an orb of direction. Double checking. So yeah, you find a magic item, an orb of direction, I think it's called, and when you touch it, Maynard, you get your sense of direction back.
Ooh.
And now you all can earn inspiration. So yeah, you guys find the orb of direction. While holding the orb, you can use an action to determine which way is north. And the property, unfortunately, functions only on the material plane. Okay, so you found that. And then in the aviary, you find... Oh, the aviary is the one room I haven't drawn up there. The other doorway. In the aviary, you find a writing desk. You find a whole bunch of empty bird houses nailed to the walls, some bird cages hanging from the ceiling, and these ones are filled with tiny clockwork sparrows. There's 2 windows out of the room. One window has a word above it that says Thither, and one has a word above it that says Yawn. Below the cages with the clockwork sparrows in them is a desk. Paper and quills heaped on a small writing desk under the cages. And I'm going to copy this from the adventure and paste it right now for you to look at. There are 3 interesting letters on the desk. The first one says, Sister, I don't have Eladon's horn. If I did, I would use it to free Bloody Beak and send it after the Jabberwock that lairs in the palace and hunts in your forest. No matter what Edelin says, that burbling beast of a dragon is a threat to our coven and our 3 realms. How Zybilda managed to befriend it, I'll never know. Maybe we should ask her. Haha, love, Lorna. Then, your second letter. Says, Lovely Scab. The last time I saw the unicorn horn, it was in your possession. Pity you lost it. But fret not, I have gazed into the orrery of tragedies, and it has revealed to me that Eladon's horn will be found. If worse comes to worse, recall that Eladon's mate still dwells in your forest. You could kill Lamorna and take her horn, assuming, of course, you're not too busy making toys. Your darling sister, End. And then the last letter. Dear sister, there's no use asking Edelin if she has the horn. She doesn't tell us anything. But if we don't find it soon, I fear that the Jabberwock will do after it gets tired of prowling the forest and turns its fiery gaze elsewhere. God's bodkins, that thing gives me the nightmares. Must I remind you that we need a unicorn's horn to free creatures from the cauldron's time-freezing magic? It's not enough to know their true names, you know. Of course, my greater concern is that someone else finds the horn and uses it for exactly that purpose. What do you think Zybilda will do to us, we treacherous 3, if she's no longer bound by her cauldron's magic? Your beloved sister, Lorna. So I'll put all that in the summary, and you have killed one of the 3 hags. You drove off Lorna again. You have Squirt the Oil Can, who can take you to Jan, where you should run into Edelin, the 3rd sister. And it appears none of the sisters know where the unicorn horn is at.
Interesting.
Oh, and comparing notes with you guys, Elkhorn says that the person that you ran into that tried to kill the unicorn was one of the League of Malavents. It was their assassin, Zarek. Once you describe, your adventures and what that assassin looked like. So the League of Malavents might be looking for the unicorn too, or a unicorn horn.
And the assassin got away.
He did.
If I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
He did.
He did indeed.
So that is it. We play again in 2 weeks, and we'll be going into the Realm of Beyond. You guys are going to be... I need to double check. I'll put it in the summary. You might still be 5th or you might be 6th. I have to double check that.
Will we have the opportunity to do things like, before we go, try to find Mishka or return Oink to
Yes.
the little child?
So Elkhorn volunteers to help with the kids. Mishka was rescued by Will.
Okay, great.
And you're able to get Oink and take Oink back to all the kids. So all the kids are there at Little Oak. Elkhorn volunteers to stay and be protection for them. But if you can find a way out of here, come back and get him, he says.
Okay.
Excellent.
Out of Prismere or out of Thither?
Prismere.
Oh, Thither. Okay.
And
Well, we could tell them about the fairy ring and the dancing mushroom.
Except that those go, you don't know they'll go to your home realm or not.
No, but
They'll get you out of here.
you just wanted to get out of here. Yeah, that's all you asked for. I mean,
and
you take one of those mushrooms and you'll go to any realm you want.
is the workshop around here? I know that was on like one of her wanted posters for.
Yeah, you
bringing
went through the
Will with
workshop. The
Gotcha.
workshop is the first room you entered that the kids were in. It is this one right down here.
Okay. Were there any tools or weapons down there? That...
Yeah, you grab some treasure out of there.
Great.
There's a couple doors we didn't open in that hallway.
Yeah, I'll make sure if there's any treasure that you took the time to search them. You do find Sow Pig. Sow Pig is this this little girl that you saw at the carnival that lured the halfling through. And Sow Pig is a little girl, but a ghoul. She's like a small ghoul, and she wears a little piglet mask. One of the servants of Scabatha.
That's
Lovely.
grody.
You're free now. Does opening up the final musical box do anything, or is there anything to know about the rocking horse?
Oh no, nothing about the final musical box because the dragon could teleport between them.
Gotcha.
But you kill the dragon.
Yeah.
The rocking horse you can take and give to the kids or do what you like. It moves back and forth near the door. Peeling paint covers its limbs, and its rocker is thick with moss. A rictus grin is painted on its face. But after careful inspection of this thing, as you get up close to it, you notice that it has on its forehead an indentation, as if a unicorn horn could be put into the indentation.
Whoa. Okay.
I think I have a better picture of the rocking horse too. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, there we go. So you should be able to click that and get a bigger. Yeah, there he is.
All right, very
So
good.
there's the rocking horse that you see.
Well, I think I definitely would want that to be like moved to
the kids.
Will's treehouse.
To the little oak.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody else is guessing that maybe this is the male unicorn trapped in a form that he can't get out of until he gets his horn back. Anyway, that's Portia's assumption, so she would ask the people to take very good care of it.
Will, who seems to be wiser than the other kids for reasons, tends to agree with you. He says, "Yeah, I never thought of that. You could take him to his mate, and maybe they would know."
Oh, let's do that.
I mean, I would be very curious.
Or maybe it'd break its mate's heart if it really is what it is.
Well, not if we promise to find the horn and free him.
Okay. The mate, who also offered, the pool as a place to rest, so you're able to go there and rest before you move on to Jan, agrees that this could be Eladon. But she knows of no way to free him from his prison. And his eyes seem to have some life in them, but it's like there's like no intelligence there, unfortunately. So if you find the horn, please, please, please bring it back, she says, and we'll see if it is Eladon.
We will.
Mm-hmm.
Because we
All
do
right.
good
Because
things.
we're heroes. That's what heroes do.
That's it for tonight.
Appropriate rewards.
For appropriate rewards.